Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. You have found the internet's best live break room featuring signed sports memorabilia and autographed sports cards inside the most exciting mystery boxes. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down to make it as easy as possible to understand. First, head to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of the series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win an item at an extremely discounted rate. Then click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you have completed your checkout, tune in to the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 7 p.m. Central Time any day of the week, or 4 p.m. on weekdays, along with 2 p.m. on weekends. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen. When your specific break begins, your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once the randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia that will be shipped straight to your door. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Most of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or opened on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show,
oh my God,
likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen Entchev here with Colin Rudiso. Ready for a massive show tonight, Colin. A lot of great stuff in the room. New diamond helmets, all the headliners out there. We got flexes, flex hydros like Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. We got a Jim Brown or Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. I mean, everything in that series is certified fresh. It is fire. Trick or Treat jerseys, 7 headliners left. 16 boxes left, 7 photo headliners. Massive names like Primetime, McCaffrey, and more. Peyton Manning, Hydroflex in the Monster series. We got a custom Gronk, a Hydroflex, Derrick Henry. We got the goods. A lot of great stuff available. Slab cards, all the headliners left. It is, of course, Thirsty Thursday. We got the jerseys on, right?
We do.
Steve Nash and Nick Bolton. Very different jerseys.
One of these teams are playing today.
And one of these teams is 6-1.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is true.
Bolton's out, actually, Colin. I don't know if you saw.
Uh-oh.
6 weeks is what they're saying. So hopefully he's ready in time for the playoffs. But it is Thirsty Thursday, which means if you buy 6 or more break spots, you select the jersey with one of those spots, you get that spot for free. Michael Bennett just did it, right?
We did it.
Good job, Michael.
One spot to go in the jerseys.
1 spot to go in the jerseys. I think 1 spot to go in the diamonds, too,
Yep.
Colin.
And 2 spots in the gridiron, so a lot of great stuff coming up.
Cool. Cannot wait to get started, Colin. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, fantastic. Too much good stuff in the room not to be feeling good.
Right?
Between all the series, especially the odds in everything as well, which I'm sure we get into in a top to bottom, but everything is spectacular right now.
Well, that all depends on how much of it do we fill up. Because I'll be completely honest with you, I'll be super happy if we do a bunch of boxes. But if we don't do a bunch of boxes, given the great odds and the great stuff we have, I might be just a wee bit upset. Just a wee bit,
He's
Colin.
gonna flip the desk.
I'm slipping the desk here. Did y'all do any minis in the early show? We did not, Tony Rosati.
No minis, Tony.
We did pull the Chris Carter, though. 3 minis left. We have a Andre Johnson. I think Devin Witherspoon still available. So a lot of good stuff in those minis. I think the third one, what was it, Colin? I'm blanking right now on what it was. Let me look at the listing real quickly. I think it's DeMarcus Ware is the third one.
DeMarcus Ware, yeah.
So
Tony's got a new show for me. It's Redneck Island.
ooh,
I'm gonna have to check that out.
okay. I thought okay. Tony Rosati is always impressed. He knows that on Fridays he drinks whiskey. And today is like Thursday. We'll see if he's getting started early, Colin, perhaps.
Could be. Thirsty Thursday, right?
Thirsty Thursday. So we'll get the show started. 2 virtual dice, looking for 6 or higher on the dice roll here. Oh, hold on. Layering, Colin. Layering. There we are. Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, yeah, we were on there for a minute.
We were on there for a second. Looking good, I would say. Mighty fresh.
Mighty fresh.
Dice roll is the true GOAT. You know who that is, right? Of all sports.
The what? Oh, 10?
10.
Eli Manning, yeah.
Messi, baby.
Oh.
10 is the dice roll. Let's see what we're chasing today.
Wasn't Landon Donovan 10?
Landon Donovan was 10. That's what the MLS MVP is named after, the Landon Donovan MVP.
Really? I didn't know that.
Let's do 1 and 4, which is great because it's only a 4-spot break. All it takes is 4 spots to get into the Chase Wheel Spin. There's only 8 boxes left, and we have a Larry Bird still out there in this series, Colin. How about that? Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah, it sounds wonderful.
Kevin
Durant still, too.
Kevin Durant on the Funko Pop. So a lot of good stuff left with only 8 boxes left. 1 and 4. What's that show on, Tony Rosati? I've never heard of it, to be honest, Colin.
I think you told me there's a few seasons on Pluto TV, which...
I've never heard of that.
It's free TV.
Oh, well.
It's like an app.
Okay, sign me up.
There you go.
Then if it's free, I'm there, Colin.
We're going to come in early and stream some Redneck Island before the show.
And Ted Lasso.
Maybe
that's what we can do. We can have come in early maybe it's like every week before the show we watch 1 episode together, Colin.
Whatever works.
Right? All right. Top to bottom rundown coming up, but actually I do want to focus in on a couple series in particular because we'll probably do these breaks right away. First 2 seasons are free on Pluto TV. The other 3 seasons are $1.99 each.
So if I just fall in love with it,
$2 a season?
$2 a season.
That's not bad. Sometimes those are like $1.99 an episode, but 2 for the whole season.
They had 5 seasons of this show.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
So 5 seasons for $4, less than $4, $3.98, Colin.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. You know what else is not bad? The diamond helmets. Actually changed that. The diamond helmets are not only not bad, they are amazing. Oh, Stone Cold's the host?
Yeah,
I mean, you're selling me, Tony. Are we sure Tony doesn't work in the PR team of this show?
He might.
He might. Although, how about PR on our break room, Tony? We need you, brother. Man, look at these helmets, Colin. 29 boxes left in this series. How many headliners left, Colin?
All of them.
All of them. I like how you get it. Sometimes I set that up for other guys and they don't say anything, and I'm like, all of them.
Yep, I got you.
Awkward. Lawrence Taylor, probably the best defensive player of all time, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Beautiful helmet, beautiful autograph. Calvin Johnson, Megatron, the single-season receiving yard record holder. That's a Hydro Flex. Colin, these custom lids, you might find them online for over $1,000 easy, sometimes over $2,000.
It's crazy.
One thing is certain, way more than $87. And that double box break for $174 a spot, Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson both. No wonder it's called the Lion Kings. No Simba, no Mufasa, no Scar, but we have Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders. Trevor Lawrence, Flash Authentic, one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Jerome Bettis, the Bus, 8th all-time in rushing yards, one of the best backs ever. Tony Romo, great quarterback, great analyst, great on television. Big-time superstar, Mr. Romo. The late, great Jim Brown. One of the best running backs. Actually, you know what, Colin? And this is a lot for me to say this, because I do have him number 3 on my all-time list. I'm a Bear fan, but I got Barry and Jim Brown 1-2 on the best running backs ever. Those are 2 of the headliners in the series.
Yep, I think that's right, if I had to say it.
All right.
Walter's right there, though.
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight. Phillip Rivers, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He is statistically in the top 10 in most categories. Did not get the ring, but then again, what Charger quarterback gets a ring? None, ever, no one.
Literally none.
And then we got Tyreek Hill on the Flash Authentic, leading the NFL in receiving yards. The only question is whether he's breaking Calvin Johnson's record for most receiving yards in a season. And there's some rumors of whether he'll play or not this week. We'll see.
Yeah.
But he is fantastic. His former teammate, Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the NFL, maybe the best tight end of all time. And I always say about Travis Kelce, Colin, I give me props for not even making a single joke on the early show about this.
No Swiftie.
But find yourself a Taylor Swift fan, and they will overpay for the Travis Kelce helmet.
It's hot. It's hot right now.
Get it while it's hot. And then we got Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode.
That's sick.
One of the best power backs ever on a Raider helmet.
Almost never get Marshawn Lynch in here.
Especially on the Raiders.
Right.
And we don't get Phillip Rivers hardly ever, Jim Brown hardly ever. These are some unique names in this series. Cosmo Saiyan and Hutch, nastiest triple pull. Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, Aiden Hutchinson. You get the NFC North, you can get all three in that break.
We're the Lions fans.
All right, where we at? Is Johnny Pop a Lions fan? I can't remember. I feel like Johnny Pop was a Lion fan, Colin.
Maybe he is. I know Vinny Batani is, but I can't.
Yeah, where's
I
Vinny?
don't remember. That was a good time for Vinny.
He was lurking when we had the new studio, but not lurking right now, apparently.
Not lurking right now.
George asking any Taylor Swift helmets in the breaks? Not at the moment. Tony Rosati says, that's so true, Common. Swifties have enough money to pay for those tickets. They'll pay $4K for that lid.
They have no idea.
Right? Right? Am I right? I mean, come on, Tony. Tony knows. Get that Travis Kelce. So we are down to only 16 jerseys left in the trick-or-treat. 7 photoed headliners, Colin. Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in the league. Very valuable jersey. Every single week, McCaffrey puts on that jersey, Colin. Every single week, he finds himself in the end zone. If that's not good enough for 49er fans, now here's one, a very valuable autograph. A guy that everyone knows, Deion Sanders, Colin. For all the greatness he had, his one Defensive Player of the Year award was in his one season with the Niners. You can argue the best season for Deion's career ever was in a Niner uniform.
Yeah. How impactful is that? You play one season, and some people think of you as a Niner first, which is crazy.
Right. Cowboy, a Falcon. He was a Raven, a Washington guy. He was everywhere. We got the run and shoot 5 autograph jersey. We got Joe Namath, Hall of Fame quarterback. Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame receiver. O.J. Simpson, Hall of Fame running back. Lawrence Taylor, maybe the GOAT defensive player. Although, actually, Lawrence Taylor did get pulled. But J.J. Watt is still out there, Colin, in those trick-or-treat jerseys. Something filled up, right? Tell me something good.
Jerseys.
Jerseys
Since
are
we're
full.
talking about it.
Perfect timing. Trick-or-treat jersey coming up. Trick or treat number 1. Drop me a box number. This is a very interesting comment that Tony just made. I will say this. On this very program, Colin, Tony Rosati predicted the Vikings to beat the Niners. He, of course, is a Vikings fan. A couple weeks ago, we actually had the Bears beating the Vikings. He was wrong on that one, right on the game this last week. He's calling the Niners frauds this season.
Frauds. Wow.
I wouldn't go that far, personally. I think they're still a really good football team. Every team hits their bad stretch. The Niners have definitely hit it the last couple weeks. I don't know. I don't think they're frauds, but
I don't think so either. But I will say, Tony's Vikings brought a smile to my face.
They did, yeah. For you, Eagles,
very happy about that.
looking for that 1 seed. Well, dang, Michael bought all but 1. Haha, says Josh. I think he's got 5 out of 8 actually. Skylar's in this break. Amanda's in here.
Couple new customers.
And Josh is in here. So 5 out of 8 for Michael. But Amanda and Skylar, new people. Let me know how you heard about Ultimate Autographs and what your favorite squad is.
Are you and Michael buddies, Josh?
Yeah. And George, I'm saying that ironically, Tony had the Bears beating the Vikings. He was wrong about that one, and then he was right about the Vikings beating the Niners. Who would have thought, Colin? The Vikings play the Niners and win.
It's crazy world.
Crazy. Josh has no clue who he is. I have a clue. He is a great guy as well. Awesome person, Michael Bennett. One of our big players.
I'll say that.
No clue. I like it.
I mean, he was so nice to him. He talked to him like he knew him.
Oh boy, here we go. Is this like a required question if you and I are on the same show? Tony says, attention, new customers.
Here we
also, do you eat your cereal with milk? Serious question. Well, good news for me, Colin. I pride myself on being diverse. I eat my cereal with milk and without milk. It's called #diversity.
Yeah, it's called #grossness.
Right? Well, you might like Josh Wilkerson. He's asking about the Jalen Hurts jersey. It did get pulled, unfortunately,
Yeah,
Josh. We do have a resident Eagle fan here, Colin Rudisil.
Josh? Eagles, huh?
Right?
Eagles fan?
So we let them win to give them false hope, and then the next 2 weeks they got beat, says William, talking about the Niners. Who is the first black
What
QB to be
happened?
inducted in the Hall of Fame? Ronnie, that would be Warren Moon, who's out there in that diamond break. Warren Moon available.
It's also in that jersey.
Yes,
Part
he
of
is.
5 signatures.
So we got box 10. I'll get these guys randomized here 10 times for our break.
No wonder Josh was so friendly. He's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, right?
Makes sense.
He's your boy, Eagles Nation.
Smart, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, they are really good. So everyone's got to be the second best team in the league, Colin. And that's what the Eagles are.
Interesting.
Second best in the league. So, surprised you knew that. Congrats, says Ronnie. Thank you, Ronnie. I like to think of myself as a very, very knowledgeable guy. I work hard on these facts, Ron and Talaco.
Warren Moon was your first jersey. That's pretty sick. On the Vikings.
That's nice, Tony Rosati. Dice roll Colin is 10. We're going 10 clicks here.
That's a lot of clicking.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
We've definitely had him on a Vikings jersey before, too.
Multiple times. I have had him multiple times. Just to clarify, speaking of that, Colin, here's a perfect transition. The Warren Moon helmet and the Diamond helmets is a Vikings helmet. I know William asked in the early show, I told him I would check with our production team. It's a Vikings Warren Moon.
There you go.
Hey, watch it, buddy. Haha, second best, says Josh. You know I'm messing. I mean, I kind of am not messing, to be honest.
Josh, you honestly came in at the right time because you were here in February. It was brutal. It was not that fun.
As you can see, I'm wearing a Chiefs jersey, Josh. I'm a Chiefs fan. Colin's an Eagles fan. Just a little, running, playful banter, between the Eagles and the Chiefs here on the show.
I used to like the Chiefs.
Yeah, and then
I love Big Red.
Yeah, Big Red is great.
I still love Big Red.
He's awesome. Michael in the NFC North, NFC South, Skylar NFC East, Michael NFC West, Michael AFC North, AFC South, Josh AFC East, and Amanda AFC West. Poke the bear, says George. That's right. That's what Ronnie always does. 10 coming up out of 30. I'm a little conflicted on the most underrated receiver ever, Colin.
Steve Largent.
I would say Steve Largent, but I've been looking at these Chris Carter stats recently, and I'm like, man, I don't know. How about this? First ever order, first ever break. Amanda Fredborg. You've got the NFL's leading rusher from last season, Pro Bowl running back, Alabama Crimson Star. How about Josh Jacobs on the custom jersey? What's up, Amanda? JSA certified on your Jacobs jersey.
Beautiful. Somebody was just in here saying Raiders a second ago. How about that?
Raiders. Amanda's in the chat, says Amanda Rose, says thank you. You are very welcome, Amanda.
Amanda!
Obviously worth more than $41. Obviously an awesome start to her break room career. Congrats, Amanda, says Michael. Michael was awesome. Ever classy, even in defeat. He had 5 spots in that break and loses, but he's always classy. Good job, Michael Bennett. Josh says congrats, Amanda.
He's an Eagles fan. He's classy, too.
Very nice. Oh, he did get cut by the Oilers, Steve Largent. I'm so excited. Thank you, everyone, says Amanda. You are welcome, Amanda.
That's what it's all about right there, Amanda.
All right.
This guy led the league in rushing last year.
That's impressive.
No joke, Josh.
That's impressive. And again, the Raiders have some issues this year. He's not the problem, right? No doubt. He is maybe the solution. Give him the ball more, Colin, right?
Well, I mean,
especially if their starting quarterback is out.
Yeah, no disrespect to Aiden O'Connell, but that should be the game plan. To get it to him more. Even if Jimmy Garoppolo's in my opinion, give it to him more.
Feed Jacobs. What did you guys think about Aiden O'Connell? Well, I think Vince, he was bad enough that the Bears defense made him look bad, and the Bears defense is bad. So what did I think about him? Not good.
I'm not impressed, I'll tell you that much. I don't know. What was the stat line, though? I wasn't watching that game, so...
I don't think we'll be getting any Aiden O'Connell jerseys or helmets anytime soon, Colin.
Now, I will say in his defense.
Okay.
He got put in a bad situation. You're already on a bad team.
Sure.
Right?
Devontae...
He actually wasn't even supposed to start this game because it's supposed to be Brian Hoyer, right?
Well, Devontae Adams dropped a touchdown in the end zone, which almost never happens, so that didn't help his stat line either.
Yeah, I mean, he was 10 of 13. That's good. Yeah. But he only had 75 yards and a touchdown and a pick, so...
Okay. Vince said I'll start him over Hoyer any day, LOL. I mean, how old is Brian Hoyer? Is he, like, Bill Belichick's age? He's been around forever.
The thumb?
He was a former Bear, too, at one point.
Yeah.
How about Addison? Jordan Addison looks legit.
Ridiculous.
The Vikings receivers grow on trees, it seems like. There's so many good ones. I mean, you get spoiled with Randy Moss, Chris Carter, now Justin Jefferson, now Jordan Addison. I'll tell you what, I mean, they keep winning these games. They get Jefferson back. The Vikings could have a shot at the end of the season in the playoffs, Colin. We'll see.
Maybe. I mean, especially with that extra playoff spot now. I mean,
yeah,
why
you
not?
never know.
15 years. That's
15
a
years.
long time.
Oh, Ronnie. I will not be answering that question because lawyers get involved.
Oh, jeez.
Ronnie's coming in with some hot takes today. Clearly trying to stir the pot, have some fun here in the break room. That question I will not answer because I'm always afraid of OJ's lawyers, Colin. I try to not say something inappropriate. He's still got new lawyers that are good.
He does have new lawyers, probably.
So Tony says, I'll drop it. Definitely OJ. Yeah, exactly. He dropped the touchdown in the end zone. That's where a touchdown happens. He did, William. He dropped a touchdown in the end zone, Colin. That's what happened. And Tony and Ronnie both think it's OJ. Okay. So, there you go.
There we go.
They said it, not us, Colin. I'm telling you, man, you never know where OJ's lawyers are watching.
I doubt it's here.
I am not saying anything that, even if there's a 0.001% chance of me getting in trouble, I'm not saying anything.
Well, there you go.
Zip the lip when it comes to that.
What up, Travis Bostic?
What up, Travis? How does this work? Well, Travis, it's pretty simple. We mostly offer 8-spot NFL breaks. 7-0 KC, says William.
You got the wrong team.
Wrong team. I think he's fast-forwarding to the Chiefs and Broncos game this week.
What else do you see, William? Give me the bets.
The NFL sent them the script, apparently.
Who scores the first touchdown, William?
It's Kelsey, right?
Oh,
so real quick, Travis, I would recommend watching this video here. Here is the live break page link.
Dang you, Tony.
So you can watch this, but basically we offer NFL divisional breaks. They're 8-spot breaks. You have a 1 in 8 chance to win with each spot you buy. So right now, the best bet is this break, $87 a spot. One break left, or one spot left, Colin. Third time's a charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
One spot left in the Lion King's Helmet Series. This is the best break in the room. This is all authentics. The Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, for example, are worth well over $1,000, Colin. For $87, those are great gets. We'll actually go ahead and offer up score predictions until 7:30. It's 7:25, Colin. We've got 27-21 Bills from George, 28-17 Bills from Vince, and it's the Bills and the Bucks tonight, Tony Rosati. You get the exact score right, you get a $30 gift card.
Not bad. Tony, do you know what your wife's up to right now?
Is it Millie Rosati?
Millie Rosati.
She's out there balling. That's what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. Out here getting into the double box break for the minis. That's what she's doing.
Ooh, Mill. What up, Mill? Doing it big, Millie. All right, so we'll do the quick to top to bottom rundown, Colin. Once we fill up the diamond break, you can feel free to interrupt me and let me know. Because I just want to make sure that I don't spend too much time on this if we have a break coming up.
Gotcha.
So diamond helmets, again, like I said earlier, 29 boxes left. All the headliners left. LT, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, Trevor Lawrence, Jerome Bettis, Tony Romo, Jim Brown, Phillip Rivers, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Marshawn Lynch. This is the best bang for your buck. All these helmets are worth a lot, Colin. Authentic helmets alone, unsigned, typically are in that $300 range. You get these autographs, you get these custom lids, you get these custom looking helmets, you get these inscriptions. The value goes up, up, and up. A lot of possibilities in there. For example, the biggest possibility I would say is the double and the diamonds. Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders combined. Those lids probably worth over $2,000, maybe over $3,000, depending on where you look online, Colin. You can get them for $174.
That ain't bad.
Not bad.
Just fill up.
Single just filled up. So jerseys, real quick, guys. We got OJ still available, the guy you're all talking about. We got ourselves CMC, Michael Irvin, Joe Namath, Deion Sanders, the Oilers jersey, and the J.J. Watt. 7 headliners left with 16 boxes left. 5 spots left in the quad box break in the Gridiron series. We still got Manning, Henry, Watt, Gronk, Parsons, Miller, Peterson, Dawkins, and Calvin Johnson available in here, Colin. There's also an Andre Johnson. 1 spot in that quad can win you 4 helmets. Manning, Henry, Watt, and Andre Johnson. We got 4 to go in the minis, 4 to go in the 1 and 4. That's the chase. 4 to go in the slab double. All the headliners out there and there. 6 left in the minis, 2 left in the Gridiron single, and 8 to go in the slab cards.
Let's go. I love the don't test Mill.
Mill.
Don't test her.
She means business. All right, how about the best break in the room, Colin? Lion King's #1. It's not Scar and Mufasa. It's not Simba.
Is it the hyenas?
It's not the hyenas. It's not Rafiki. It is most definitely Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders.
Timon and Pumbaa. Gotcha.
Well, I do love Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, right?
I messed up. I should have listened to those sooner.
Didn't they get their own spinoff, too?
I think they did. I didn't watch it, yeah. Haven't seen it, should.
Probably not.
Ronnie, Bob, James, Michael, and Chris. Chris is having a jolly good time in here, Colin.
He was yesterday. I know he got some W's.
Yeah, he did.
I got it. Yep.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Didn't go over my head.
Okay. 2 to go in the Gridiron series, guys. $93 a spot. That's where you can get that sick Peyton Manning Hydro Flex.
You know, it's funny. You mentioned this in the early show and you're right, that Allen's targeted Diggs pretty much the whole season. This drive, he's thrown 4 passes for 54 yards to everybody else and hasn't targeted Diggs once. Maybe that's part of the game plan here.
Right. Trying to mix it up a little bit, right? Sometimes when you have a great receiver, you want to force feed him, and maybe that was even intentional because Diggs had all those issues in the offseason. But sometimes you got to spread it out. Be unpredictable for sure.
Absolutely.
Ronnie wants 27. What's up, Insalaco? Ronnie's coming in hot today, man. He's got a lot of hot takes.
Not Ronnie.
Ronnie.
He would never.
No.
You got the wrong guy.
You got the wrong guy. Tony says Lion King was very sad. No lie. It was very sad, Colin, wasn't it?
I mean, there was a sad part.
It was killing. It's the first time I cried.
Is it really sad other than that one scene, though? Actually? I don't remember. I feel like that's the only sad part. And it was sad. I'm not trying to, discredit how sad it was.
It was...
It's not enough for me to categorize it as a sad movie, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
If somebody asked me, how's Lion King, I wouldn't say sad.
I don't know.
That's Bambi.
Bambi? I don't know. 27 coming up. Thank you, Ron. Let me get 27 off the ticker here in the diamonds. 10 times coming up. Ronnie, Bob, James, Michael, and Chris. Good luck, guys. Let's see the heat in the diamond helmets. You will not be disappointed. The break room winner in this series is going to be ecstatic, given how good these diamonds are, Colin. We got 5, 6. What was the dice roll? 10. Oh, the Messi. Okay. 7, 8. You could have just said Messi, Colin. 9 and 10. All right. Michael Bennett's got the NFC North. NFC South is Chris Jolly. Michael's got the NFC East. By the way, Michael's got that Megatron Barry Sanders spot. Bob in the NFC West, Michael AFC North, AFC South, Ronnie AFC East, and James AFC West. Here we go. 27 of 30 in our diamond helmets. do we have our first headliner in this series, Colin? Is it headliner time? Oh my God. It's not a headliner, but it is a beautiful helmet. This is one of my favorite flashes. I think it's your second favorite flash.
Oh, yeah.
We got the best receiver for the Ravens, the 2023 first-round pick. It's not a carrot. It's not a tomato. It's a flower. It's Zay Flowers. Look at that thing, Colin. That is nice. What's up, Michael Bennett?
That is beautiful.
Had a bunch of spots. The Ravens made a statement, Colin. Did they not?
Oh, yeah.
They made a statement in that game against the Lions. Absolute domination. This is an absolutely great hit right there for Michael Bennett. Sweet says, Michael.
Yeah, that's nice, dude.
Sweet indeed.
With the inscription and the number. Zay
My
Flowers
goodness.
is legit, by the way. He's having a great season. Impact right away for the Ravens.
He's their number one right now. He is their number one right now.
I don't remember, maybe it was Steven. Somebody was asking me, like, the top 3 teams in the NFC and the AFC. This was, like, before the season started. And I had the Ravens 3rd in the AFC. I had...
And he looked at you like, what are you saying?
The Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Ravens. 'Cause people forget how good Lamar Jackson is when he's helping. He's
Former
actually out
MVP.
there. And now you get a guy like Zay Flowers.
Well, and their defense all of a sudden has looked really good. They used to have a great defense that all of a sudden wasn't good. I was looking at the categories. They're among the top defenses in the league, period. I do think that the Chiefs are the team to beat in the AFC. Obviously, I think the Dolphins look legit, but the Ravens got a shot.
I think
they got a shot.
I think they got a real shot.
They do look like the AFC North champs at the moment, but a lot of it, as always, goes down to Lamar Jackson's health. He gets hurt, things could look very different. I'm a Lamar fan. I'm not like a diehard fan by any means, but definitely want to see all these guys healthy so we can see who's on top when they're all healthy.
And they're 5-2, and really, if you watch that game against the Colts, there were a bunch of calls that got blown where they should be 6-1.
They actually should be undefeated and this one wasn't the call so much as them just blowing it, but they blew the Steelers game.
Yeah.
They should have won that game for sure. So, very nice right there. Tony says Ravens not winning the AFC North. Okay.
Really? You feel a Cincinnati comeback? Or
They're a couple games back.
They're all pretty good this
I
year.
think Cincinnati for me is going to figure it out, Colin. I think Cincinnati is a more legitimate threat in the playoffs because we've seen them go into Arrowhead, we've seen them go into Buffalo and win road playoff games. But given that they're a couple games ahead of the Bengals and they beat them head-to-head already, I do think the Ravens win the AFC North, personally. They had a rough start. Not quite as rough as this year, though. But again, depends on what you're thinking. Because again, Colin, what do you think? I think for me, the Bengals are more dangerous in the playoffs. But it's tough to come back when you're down a few games this early still in the division race.
Last season, too, the Ravens weren't this good. There wasn't really
for me, their defense got a lot better. A lot of folks
they
talk about...
They didn't have Lamar last year.
Right? They didn't have Lamar, but a lot of folks talk about getting Lamar, Zay Flowers, OBJ, but their defense all of a sudden looks really, really good.
Yeah, my point was that there was not really a lot of competition in the AFC North. It was pretty wide open.
Yeah.
And the Bengals took it, obviously. This year, AFC North is competitive.
It might be the best division in football.
It's certainly one of them.
Everyone's at least 500. The last place team in the division is the team that has been in back-to-back AFC title games and a Super Bowl, Colin. I know Joe Burrow's injuries have been a big part of why they've struggled, but the fact that a team that good is in the cellar right now says a lot about the division.
Absolutely.
So
I do happen to side with Tony on this one, Ronnie. Sorry.
Ronnie said, does anyone else think Tupac is still alive? He's gone, Ronnie. Sorry, says Tony.
I think he's gone.
I think he's gone as well.
Even if he wasn't gone when he was gone, which I think he was, he'd be... Actually, I guess he wouldn't be that old now, would he?
He's surviving somewhere. He's
like
lurking in the
50
shadows.
Who knows?
I don't know.
He's in Cuba with Elvis and...
Oh, Elvis is still going? Okay, I didn't know that.
He's still kicking. He's, what, like 100 and something?
I saw him in Memphis when I went a few years ago. I saw him multiple times in multiple locations. He seemed to have cloned himself or something, Colin. It could not have been an impersonator. It was definitely him.
It had to be Elvis.
Right?
I don't know who else it could be.
How about the Bucks over the Sixers tonight? Up 19 in the second quarter, looking good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie says nothing like Tupac legend.
Love Tupac.
He is a legend, that is for sure. A lot of legends available in the break room. So I do want to focus in on this Gridiron series here real quick, Colin.
Oh, the first one sold out.
Oh, the first one sold out, so let's break it. I'll go ahead and ask for numbers, then I'll explain a little bit more about the series afterwards. So Gridiron single number 1. Drop me a box number that is Ronnie, Robert, James, Michael, Nicholas. First come, first serve on this box number here, guys. And actually, I think 27 was called in the Diamonds. I took it off in the wrong series.
Yeah.
So there we go. 27 was called there. So, Gridiron coming up. A lot of Michael Bennett tonight doing work on that break page, Colin.
Getting that thirsty Thursday. He thirsty.
Right?
And he's calling boxes.
Now, Ronnie says 37-23 Bills looking for a shootout. It is 3-0 in the first, but hey, maybe a lot of points are on the way, Colin. Who knows? Michael wanting box 4. Thank you, Michael. 4 should be good, right, Colin?
I see it.
Perfect. Thank you, thank you. So, real quick, I guess I'll explain it now in case it comes up. So, in the Gridiron series, there is 5 out of 30 have bonus prizes, which you'll have a monster that will have like a face of a monster, and it'll be a bonus entry with an envelope where you can win either a gift card or this Larry Fitzgerald flex. There's a bunch of speed flexes, a bunch of hydros still available in that series. For example, Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry. Again, a lot of those hydro helmets, Colin, typically you can find for over $1,000 online. I know the chromes, I always say go about $2,000. Some of the really custom chromes, the hydros are a little bit less. I know the chromes are the high-end ones, but like I said, 4-digit helmet available there. The Manning, definitely Peyton Manning hydro has a lot of value in it.
Absolutely.
So Ronnie, Robert, James, Michael, Nicholas, we're going 10 times here in our Gridiron break. Tupac is my number 1 rapper, followed by Dre, says Tony. My favorite is Eminem, but I don't know.
J. Cole.
J. Cole?
Dreamville.
Okay.
Dre was good. I liked him more as a producer. I mean,
Okay.
Ice Cube went hard with
Didn't he produce Eminem?
NWA.
Yeah, I don't know.
He found Eminem.
That's not bad. William was listening to Tupac the other day. All right, William. So Nicholas up top in the NFC North. Uh-oh, Tony's coming at you, says J. Cole is overrated. Uh-oh. We got Bob in the NFC South, Nicholas NFC East, Michael NFC West, James AFC North, Michael AFC South, Ronnie AFC East, and Michael AFC West. Box 4 coming up. 4 of 30 in our Gridiron series. A lot of high-end authentics in here, Colin. Do we have a Hydro Flex? We've got a monster in here. This is this Frankenstein, Colin?
Oh, that's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, baby. So this is our 3rd monster. Actually, I'm gonna go get it. I'll go get the trick or treat box that has the monsters and everything else. So winner of this break has our 3rd monster, which could result in that Larry Fitz, for example. So Frankenstein. And it's also an authentic. A lot of folks were thinking these are only in the rep boxes, Colin. This feels authentic to me.
Good gracious. So, yeah, you're going to get an authentic signed helmet plus at least $50.
I'm shocked right now.
Could be a Hydro, too.
Well, you're going to get a Hydro with the visor as a filler hit and a gift card.
Excuse me?
Or the Larry Fitz. It's one of my favorite fullbacks ever. Mike Allstott, Hydro Authentic with the red visor. It's Bob Boulet's favorite division. NFC South.
You got it done.
Robert Boulet. Let's go, Bobby B.
Wow.
The A-Train, Mike Allstott. This is fantastic right there for Bob. 6-time Pro Bowler. Had just under 1,000 rush yards one season as a fullback, Colin. Super Bowl champion. My goodness, Bob Boulay.
That's pretty good. I mean...
Bobby, says William. Very nice, Bob, says Nick Line. And he says, you guys don't stink today. Let's go.
So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I like this. Would you sell that Fitz if you win, Bob? Trade/keep? Congrats, Bob, says Michael. Bob has a 1 in 5 chance at the Larry Fitzgerald con because there's 5 monsters, which are 5 bonus prizes. So I'm going to write this one up for Bob. He's got a 1 in 5 shot at Larry Fitz.
That's what's crazy. Is like, this is how you know you're feeling good. An authentic Mike Allstott, maybe the best fullback, at least of our generation.
Yeah, no doubt.
A Hydro Red Vite, and like, this is just the entry to get into this Larry Fitzgerald. He could win both of these.
And he had how much in that break? 1 spot, $93. This obviously, given that it's a Hydro, Colin, it is worth more than $93. Awesome get Bob Boulay on the Mike Allstott.
Well, not to mention, at the very worst, it's only a $43 spot because he's going to get a $50 gift card at the worst.
At the worst.
Right.
So, I mean,
best, we're adding this flex to it.
Most likely it's over 100, so we might have just paid him to get this here.
We paid him to take this.
And again, that Larry Fitz flex, a Hydro flex, of course, we know is, in that 4-digit range helmet, right? Probably over $1,000, given how little Larry Fitzgerald signs. Definitely in the ballpark, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, good job, Bob, on your Allstott, and potentially, maybe your Larry Fitz Hydro as well.
Ooh, let's go. And Mr. Jodry is correct. 4 spots to go in the quad gridiron.
Let's go.
That'll be exciting.
And by the way, the odds of the AFC South quad are getting a little bit more fun, Colin. Again, Peyton Manning Hydro. We have the Andre Johnson in the listing. There's a Derrick Henry Hydro. And there's a custom Rob Gronkowski helmet. So, I mean, those 4 helmets, I know it's what, 372 is the spot, I think, Colin. Is that correct, the buy-in?
372, yeah.
372. So, again, I'm saying the Manning helmet is in that, $1,000 ballpark or more. The Henry, also a Chrome Flex, not that far behind in value. The J.J. Watt and the Andre Johnson. I mean, between those 4 helmets combined, Colin, that's certainly easy $2,000 plus value between those 4 combined, maybe even more, just for 372. So that's not bad. JJ, you are thinking right. Come and get it, guys.
Come and get it.
And there's still 2 monsters left. There's also only 19 boxes left. There's actually, believe it or not, Colin, a better than 50% chance at a photo headliner. Manning, Henry, J.J. Watt, Gronk, Parsons. We have Von Miller, Adrian Peterson, Brian Dawkins, Calvin Johnson. That is 5. That's 9 photoed headliners, I believe, in 19 boxes. Almost 50% are photoed. But we still have available in this series Randy Moss, Bo Jackson, the late great Dick Butkus, and DeAndre Johnson. So we're looking at a 13 and 19 chance at a headliner.
That's crazy.
Do you like those odds?
I love those odds. Plus 2 more monsters, so 15 and 19, really.
Right, with the monster. And so far the monsters have all been the filler hits. And if you get a Hydro as a filler hit with this red visor, that ain't bad.
That is not bad at all.
That ain't bad.
That's a good day at the office.
Let's go, guys. Get those spots in, and let's break some boxes. I want to see who's going to get this Larry Fitz, too. Very rare autograph Larry Fitzgerald, Colin. Very rare autograph that we don't really get him very often, right?
I think it's only the second time I've seen him on a lid.
Yeah, we had him once on a, I think it was
a
Chrome Flex. Yeah. We had once. Chrome Flex one time.
And before that, I've seen him on slabs, and that's it.
That's it. So, a lot of good opportunities to get that lid in that Gridiron series. Yeah, I would say Gridiron and Diamonds are the place to be.
Oh my god.
What's going on in the football game?
That guy was just wide open. Nobody around.
Are the Bills going to cover 9.5, Colin?
If they score a touchdown here, they will be.
Ooh,
currently.
Let's go. I got the Bills.
They blocked a field goal earlier.
Any bets for you tonight?
Yeah, I've got a little same game that was no sweat.
Is it looking good or?
I don't know yet. I haven't really been paying attention.
Okay.
I haven't seen Stephon Diggs have a lot of catches, but that can change on a dime.
Okay, so you need him to get a lot of catches?
Over 80 yards.
Over 80 yards?
79.5. Kincaid touchdown here would be sick.
One play definitely is possible with him. So I just got the Bills minus 9.5 tonight. Josh Allen, 10 of 11 for 126 yards.
Dang.
Diggs has 17 receiving yards so far. When the series is done. So Anthony Morshey, as it says in the fine print, it is when the series is done. So it's kind of fun from us. Like, from our standpoint, it makes sense. That way, you guys are still playing with that hope of a Larry Fitz. It says it here in the listing. The series will have 5 prizes represented by 5 different monsters, which will be in random boxes throughout the series. Those who win a prize will have their prize revealed once the series is completed. Anthony's got one of these already, by the way, Colin. That's why he's asking. So, there you go. What's a double box break, says Amanda. So, Amanda, great question. Amanda's new. So, let me show you the gridiron break, for example. It's 186 in the double. It is just 93 in the single. So, double box break means that you pay twice the amount of money, but you get 2 chances at a helmet. You keep your same division twice. So, for example, Colin, you get the AFC South. There's a Peyton Manning and a Derrick Henry. One spot can win you those 2 helmets. So, obviously, like I've been saying, the Manning is a 4-digit helmet, 1,000 plus. The Derrick Henry certainly is, if not that, fairly close, right? I would say combined easily over $1,500 value, maybe more.
Yep.
And you can just get it for 186 in there.
That ain't bad.
So, when all the monsters are found, makes sense. Yeah, but that's not the way we're doing it, Ronnie. We are very true to what we advertise. We've always advertised it. It's right there in the fine print. Prizes revealed once the series is completed. So,
I mean, it's kind of been trending that way anyway, where the monsters are going to kind of come out.
Although I do get what he's saying, that once the series, once all the monster boxes are found, you're no longer playing for the monster. With that said, though, we're going to do what it says in there, Colin, because I don't want to misadvertise. I do get Ronnie's point, though. That does kind of make sense once they're all found. But, I mean, we'll find out anyway. There's a lot of great helmets to play for regardless, Colin. A lot of great helmets to play for regardless. So, very true to advertisements. Advertise the Viking Super Bowl win then. And, right? Doubles are where it's at, says Tony. The doubles are for people who, quite frankly, Colin, for people who like gambling, who like winning multiple things with one spot. I think to myself is, if you're going to get 2 single spots in a single box break in separate breaks. I get it. Like, if you want to buy 2 single spots in one break, you have a 1 in 4 chance to win instead of 1 in 8. But if your strategy is, I'm going to buy 1 spot in each gridiron break, right? If you're going to buy 1 spot in the gridiron single, then 1 spot in the next gridiron single, I would get the 2 spots in the double instead, because you can technically win 2 items with 1 spot.
Right.
And that AFC South is getting juicy.
Juice.
The Manning, the Henry, the Watt, and the Andre Johnson available in there. So, odds are getting juicy in that series.
Getting juicy.
So, cannot wait to see that. I'm writing up Bob's win here. This series is pretty darn cool, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of really, really cool wins. So, what do you guys think? Are we going to run this back? Are we running that quad box break?
4 to go. I mean, that thing is going to be epic.
Let's break that monster quad 4 spots, says Anthony, right? Let's do it. This is definitely one that I really want to see. I'll drop this link in. I mean, the fact that Randy Moss is not even a photo headliner, Colin, is beyond me. I don't even care if it's a rep. Again, I think there's like 4 or 5 reps left. Most of these are authentics. Randy Moss, Bo Jackson, Dig Butkus. These guys didn't even get headliner status.
Yeah, that's crazy. Everything in there is good.
We get a ton of Tom Brady in the break room, Colin. A ton of Tom Brady. A lot of Patrick Mahomes. We really don't get Peyton Manning as often, right?
Not recently, especially.
Especially on a Hydro Flex. That's a Peyton Manning helmet worth having for sure in the gridiron. I mean, the odds are getting mighty good. A chase makes a lot of sense in here. Chase makes a lot of sense.
Let's make it happen.
So, and the diamond helmets, 6 to go in the single. We got ourselves all the headliners left. Again, got a couple Hydro Speed Flexes. Calvin Johnson, the custom Hydro Speed Flex Barry Sanders. We got the visors on these things as well, Colin. Look at that Barry Sanders. Same deal.
That's great.
$174 in that double box break. You get the Barry and the Calvin Johnson. We're looking at, around that $2,000 worth value-wise, right? All for $174. That's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
That's pretty cool. This video, it's so good that the video doesn't want to play, Colin. There it goes.
Broke the whole video.
I kind of really like this Lions Hydro.
Oh, it's so sick. I love the back.
I kind of think this is the coolest looking helmet in the break room right now. What do you think?
Yeah.
I most want to see the Peyton Manning because I'm a Peyton Manning fan. But sheer look-wise, that's my favorite. Look at that Hydro Flex Peyton Manning with the blue visor really pops. Tony says, close the minis. Want to see the new one? Okay.
Let's go.
So, there you go.
I got bad news for you. The Bills got stuffed on 4th and goal.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
So they can just get a safety.
What? Yeah, they
So-
could. I mean, they're not, I don't know. They might. Anything's possible.
So there you go.
All I know is I said this was going to be low scoring, and it's 3-0.
Ronnie said 37-23.
I don't think it's going to get that high.
You don't think so?
You never know. I mean,
How
there could
about a
be
big
surge.
pick 6 right here? Big show pick 6?
Oh, that's pass interference now.
Nope.
He tackled that guy.
That's not what they're calling, Colin. Was it 4th and goal at the 1?
Yeah. 4th and goal at like the half inch, really.
Did they try to QB sneak?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Are they not watching the Eagles tush push?
They tried to run it up the gut first, and then they tried like a little swing pass out to Kincaid, and whoever the defender was read it perfectly.
Okay. It just makes no sense. In my opinion, if you're on the 1 yard line and you can't get a QB sneak executed, you don't deserve to win the football game. It's just tough.
That's what it comes down to.
I mean, I know that it's Jalen Hurts. I know that it's Jason Kelsey, but I just feel like there's some tape out there. That was almost a pick, wasn't it?
It was almost a catch, almost
All
a
right.
kick.
Well, look, they're going to get a touchdown anyway.
Based on what?
The Bills, with the field position. I'm not worried.
You think they're going to score a touchdown?
This
Hold
drive.
on. Let me ask you this. You're more confident that they're going to score a touchdown from the 50 than when they were at the half inch.
Yeah. Because they'll spread it out, go deep to Diggs or Davis. Oh, man.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the thinking. The Bucs are so incompetent on offense, you might as well go for it, because then you get the ball back at the 50-ish, right?
They literally have 50 yards of offense right now. That's not great.
The Bucs do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Oh, that was a low punt, too. That was a really bad punt.
Yeah. Yeah, they're starting even better.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Is that a touchdown, Colin?
Oh!
Is that a touchdown? Almost! You think they'll score a touchdown now? I think pretty good.
Nah, I think they're going to
I feel pretty good.
If I was betting, I'm betting this is a field goal.
So they must have seen that Purdy for concussed on QB sneak and are scared, says Sean. I mean, I don't know. Josh Allen's a big dude, right, Colin?
He is a big dude.
He's a big dude.
I feel like he's good at doing the quarterback sneak.
Speaking of Josh Allen, we have the Josh Allen autograph slap card available in our break room. So there you go. So that is definitely a very, very good possibility there with the Josh Allen card. We have the Tua card still available. We have the Travis Kelce card. We've got the Dak Prescott card. Adrian Peterson, Tony Rizzotti, your boy. Johnny Unitas, Josh Allen available. We got Steve Young, Roger Staubach. All the headliners left in the slab cards. We are down to just 4 spots left in that break. So up to you guys what you want to do. Do agree with Tony. Let's close up the new minis. We got our new mini series in the room. We got just 4 to go on the double and just 6 to go on the single. We still got Andre Johnson available, and we have Devin Witherspoon and DeMarcus Ware available in the minis. Kamen a QB sneak has got to be a lot harder from the 1 than the 20 in today's NFL. Yeah, probably, but when you have a big quarterback, I feel like you should be able to get it. Definitely think the Bills should have tried it. I mean, what gives you a better chance, a quarterback sneak or passing the ball from the 1-yard line? I would say a quarterback sneak, personally. That gridiron's moving a little bit, Colin. The single's only 5 away, too.
Let's go.
So actually, we knock out the single and the quad. All of a sudden, we're looking at 14 boxes left in the series. See, they just ran it on 3rd and 1, Tony. Where is this earlier, right, Colin?
Was it a sneak?
It was a sneak. He's saying that it's harder on the goal line than from the 20. But should it really change that much? It shouldn't, right?
I mean, as an Eagles fan, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We did it at our own 29-yard line on Sunday.
And it worked.
It was
a smart play.
So, yeah, I mean, I think... But I'm not saying... I was kind of saying that to brag, but also it was like... It also... You know, it works if it works. I don't know what else.
1 yard is one yard.
1 yard is 1 yard. I honestly don't know. I've seen guys try to do it, and they try it 2 or 3 times, and it doesn't work. But Josh Allen is long enough and strong enough.
Yeah, but I mean, they're expecting it. If you line up under center, right, like they just did, they were expecting at that time they couldn't stop it. So
I didn't see the formation.
Yeah, that logic doesn't track. Tony says, Sean. I mean, the Eagles. You see their formation. Everyone knows it's coming, whether it's from their own 29, the opponent's 29, from the 1 yard line.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Well, they'd line up in a rugby scrum just about.
If you can get a yard, you can get a yard. Just get the yard, right?
Nobody does it like Philadelphia. Man.
No.
I mean.
Well, Josh Allen says forget it. I'm just going to run this in from the 12. Touchdown Bills. I told you, Colin. I told you it was coming.
There it is.
This is going to be a rout tonight. I really think so. I think they're going to be a mad team. I think Buffalo's going to win in a rout tonight. Look for Baker Mayfield to throw some picks to Buffalo tonight. The Bake Show.
It's not going to cover the spread, I don't think.
The 10 point, they got the cover right now.
That doesn't mean they cover.
I know, but...
that doesn't even mean they win.
I'm feeling good. I am feeling good tonight.
Well, I hope for your sake, because I don't have a bet on that. So
good.
For your sake, I hope they do.
For my sake, let's hope we fill up some breaks, Colin. Come on now. What do you guys think? Let me put this in the chat. What would you guys like to break next? A lot of good possibilities. What do we always say, Colin? 3 or less is the magic number. 4 away in this break. We are 4 away here. 4 away here. 4 away here. I mean, 5 away here. We get these breaks down to like 3 spots or left. They're sold out. By the way, the ones that are 5 away, you get 1 spot in the break. You're in the automatic chase wheel spin. The early, first 4 spots in every break that fills up are in the chase wheel spin. And if you're not in tonight's chase wheel spin, then you're in tomorrow's because it carries over, Colin.
Right.
So anytime you get the first half of the break spots in any break, you're entered into the chase wheel spin list. Is JJ and Anthony in that quad in the Monsters?
They are. It's 3 away.
Oh, see? Well, we got to the magic number, Colin.
I think the Diamonds are 2 away.
Who's in? Is Nate in? Who's in? Anthony, who's jumping in here?
There's Ronnie Bloxham. He's in the quad, so 2 away there as well.
What's up, Ronnie Bloxham? Michael Bennett, Jeff Emsland, James Strode. Thank you, guys. Chris Jolly in for a jolly old time. I think we're like, was it 2 away, 1 away now in the quad?
1 away in the quad.
And what did I say, Colin? As soon as we got down from 4 to 3, then it's just like, boom. So 1 spot left. Quad is down to 1. Down to 1, boys. 1 away. What can happen in this quad box break? AFC South. Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry, J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson, all in the same break, Colin. One spot, $372 a spot. Those 4 helmets are worth well over $2,000 combined, maybe over $3,000 even, if you get those 4 authentics, because we have 2 Hydro Flexes in that bunch. So let's go. I've been saying it a lot. I hope someone gets it. The 4 in the AFC South. I'm kind of cheering for it at this point, Colin.
It'd be spooky.
I've hyped it up a lot. Would be really fun to see. But honestly, even if you get like 2 of these for, was it $372 a spot, Colin? Like, I mean, you're looking at well over, $100,000. Maybe if you get the 2 Hydro Flexes, we're looking closer to that $2,000 ballpark in that break. There's the custom Gronk, too, the 2-tone Gronk with the visor. We're down to 19 boxes left. We still have 3 custom helmets in here. Isn't that sick?
That is sick.
And that is pretty sick.
Amazing, really.
So it's amazing that it's not filling a little bit quicker, to be fully honest, personally. So 1 to go in that break. That is probably our next break. The Diamond Single has 3 spots left. And we've pulled 2 boxes in the Diamonds. We've pulled 0 headliners, down to 28. We got ourselves 11 photoed headliners. Huge names like Hydro Flexes, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. We got Jim Brown. We got Tyreek Hill, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Kelce. Other names in here, Warren Moon, Marshall Faulk, Hutchinson, Dickerson. I mean, everything is left in this series, Colin. With these secondary names, we're looking at a 15 and 28 chance at a headliner. Now that is some insane headliner ratios, don't you think?
I do think.
My goodness.
She's back for more.
And which one is Amanda in?
The quad. Closer magic.
The gridiron?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Amanda, she's learning. She asks questions. She knows. Gridiron quad number 1. Drop me 4 box numbers. Now, this is where it gets interesting, Colin, right? The lower we get down in the series, the more excitement there is, the more these guys play. There's a lot of guys who wait until we're down to about 15 or less boxes. They make sure, are the headliners still left with that little? That's when they jump in. After this break, we're down to 15 left, Colin.
I think it might oversold, actually.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Michael Bennett got the last spot. Well, the last spot. Amanda got the last spot, the actual last spot. Michael was the oversell.
Okay, Michael, so our system has a thing where it's if 2 people are in at the same time, if you guys order within 10 seconds of each other, it'll allow both of your orders to go through. Michael, we can give you a spot in the next one, or we can refund you. I'll even be nice and let him wait till the break is done to make a decision, Colin. But just to be clear, we have Amanda order number 152967, Michael 152968. So his was after Amanda's, so he is unfortunately not going to be in this break.
6/9/1929.
Yep. So James, we can move folks into the single if everyone in the double agrees to do it. I don't feel comfortable just moving people, taking their money elsewhere. We were asking you the other night because you're the only guy in there. If you can double check who's in the double, though, if all parties agree, we can move them in the single. Otherwise, I don't feel right just moving people, right? Taking their money and spending it for them when they enter the double. But if everyone in the double wants to be moved into a single, that works for me. If you want to be moved in the single, James, we can move you individually in the single as well. But cannot do that for the other people in the break necessarily.
Or the other 2 numbers, 19 and 29.
19 and 29, yes sir.
This is 19. You might not have 29. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 26, 27, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. No 29.
Okay, you have 19 though?
I got 19.
Okay, so you're good. Yes, you're still in the double, James Trode. The double has not happened, sir. Okay, so no 29.
No 29.
All right, Michael, or excuse me, Anthony. We can do that, Michael Bennett. Tony would rather stay in the double. Perfect. Anthony, we don't have 29, unfortunately. All the other numbers are good. I'll give Anthony a crack at this one because he was the first guy in with the numbers. Otherwise, JJ, we can do 13, or we don't have 13 already, so otherwise we'll do 14. And Anthony's good with 14, Colin, so 14 works.
We actually do have 13.
Yeah. Oh, we do have 13?
Yeah, 13
okay.
exactly.
But 14 is the first one they wanted anyway.
Yep.
So 14 works. And Michael will let us know after this break, Colin.
Yeah. The
So-
other thing, too, technically, right, we could give him, like, 4 spots in the single, or 1 in the double, 2 in the single.
So for the mini helmets, it looks like James and Tony want to stay in the double. Michael wants to be moved to the single, Colin.
Yeah, I was talking about Mike, though, for the Gridiron Monster.
Oh, yeah, we could do whatever you want. We could do that
like
as well.
if he'd rather
Mike.
have, instead of 1 spot in the quad, he could get 4 in the single or something like that.
Or he can get, 2 in the double. Or he can get,
Yeah.
2 in the single and 1 in the double.
Right, so.
So,
But yeah,
well,
let us know after the break.
let's revisit here. This is going to answer a lot of questions, I'll say, as far as this series goes, Colin. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, Anthony Morshi in the NFC North. We got the NFC South as Nicholas Line. Chris Jolly in the NFC East. James Jodry, NFC West. Jeff Emsland, AFC North. Amanda Fredborg, new customer in that AFC
man.
South. 3 photoed headliners and a secondary headliner left in there. James Strode, AFC East, and Ronnie Bloxham in the AFC West. We'll start with 6. First box in the quad box break. This one is definitely authentic. Feels pretty heavy, Colin. Is this one of those hydro flexes, perhaps?
Gosh.
Do we have Peyton Manning in here?
Amanda, is she a headliner magnet?
Well, it's not the Peyton Manning. It's not a hydro. But other than the hydros, this might be the best one left. It's Rob Gronkowski with the custom silver and red, beautiful Buccaneer, authentic, plus the visor, NFC South. Get in line, Nicholas Line, for one of the best tight ends of all time, Rob Gronkowski.
Nice.
He's either 1, 2, or 3, Colin. Where do you put him? Best tight ends ever.
It depends
Gronk.
on how I feel when I wake up in the morning, but
Right?
I'd say 3, probably.
Tony G and Kelsey, or what do you think?
Yeah, probably Tony G and Kelsey.
I'm kind of on the same page. I think for me, he's probably number 2 or 1 if I'm going on the best in their prime. I think that he retired a little bit earlier. Longevity for Kelsey and Tony G, but I mean, 5-time Pro Bowler, most total touchdowns in a season by a tight end.
He's got a lot.
He's a 4-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, 4-time Super Bowl champion. 92 receiving touchdowns for Rob Gronkowski.
It's ridiculous.
That's an incredible helmet, an incredible player, and that is the hit of the show so far, Nicholas Line. Tell you what, Colin, for the longest time in this break room, if we're being honest, everyone is saying, I don't want the NFC South, I don't want the AFC South. We had a hydro in the NFC South, Mike Allstott. Now we got Gronk in the NFC South, and there's still 3 photoed headliners left in the AFC South.
It's crazy. I would never judge anybody for putting Gronk at 1. I mean, any of those 3, and Kellen Winslow, by the way, Bob.
Yeah, Mizzou made. Let's go.
I mean, I throw Antonio Gates in there as well.
Right. Comparing the eras is hard. So, I mean,
is.
like, obviously, in the era that Winslow played, the tight ends weren't getting the ball as much. He led the league in catches twice, Kellen Winslow. Again, I'm not upset at any of those guys, but whether you have him as 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, Rob Gronkowski is one of the best to ever do it at his position, and this helmet itself is just incredible on the custom. Congrats, Nicholas, on the Gronk.
Yeah, fantastic. And Mike, you got it, dude. I'm moving you right now. There should be 1 spot left
All right.
in that single.
Mike wants to see these helmets right away. I guess I'll put the Allstott away. I have enough room for now. We'll leave them up here. It's like the All-Star. I don't know if that's going to go in the hit video. We'll see, actually, Colin. I don't know. Depends on what we pull, right? These are good problems to have.
The desk can change literally in the next break.
So Gronk for Nicholas. I got 14 next. Coming up in our Gridiron quad box break. Quadruple the boxes, quadruple the fun. I think I was just saying there's only like 4 rep helmets left. Now here's one of the 4 reps. Oh my God! It's another AFC South hit. A more than 10,000 career rushing yards, 4-time Pro Bowler, former Heisman Trophy winner at Ohio State. It's Eddie George for Amanda.
There you go, Amanda.
That is Beckett certified Amanda. Congrats on your Eddie George lid.
Sheesh.
That's clean. Yeah, she's doing great. I think that's 2 breaks and 2 wins for Amanda.
But she might not be done. That could be an appetizer.
She's just getting started, Colin. Beckett certified on Eddie George.
Look at that big old autograph.
It's nice.
See you, Eddie. Pretty lid.
Right? Just a filler hit, not even in the listing, Colin. Eddie George. Alrighty. Good get, Amanda. 2 more to go in the quad. Right on, Amanda, says Nicholas, right?
Right on.
She is doing work. I mean, that AFC South, Colin. There's an abundance of incredible helmets still left in that spot. This next one feels pretty heavy, if you ask me. Box 19 coming up. Do we have a Hydro Flex in here? It's definitely authentic, Colin. Ooh, okay. This is not one. We don't really get this flash very often. This is, man, he was 3rd in the league in rush yards last season. Top 10 all-time in yards per carry. Had a brutal injury earlier this year. Hoping he gets back and healthy. It's the great Nick Chubb on the Flash Authentic. That's the AFC North. Congrats, Jeff, on your Nick Chubb helmet. Thank you, says Amanda. Authentic right there for Jeff on the Nick Chubb.
Beauty.
All right, so, I mean, we're kind of headliner hopping in this break a little bit here, Colin.
Yeah, just 1 so far.
That's a sick Browns lid. We actually know almost every single helmet left in the series. Believe it or not, with the secondary names. It is pretty wild.
Let's get this done. Let's get somebody this Larry Fitz tonight.
Right? That'd be nice. That's the quickest way to find out. We close out the series tonight.
Well, Common.
So what's up? 10-3 in the football game?
And a pick for
Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. That's what he does.
Agreed. Great hit, Nick. I mean, Chubb, a lot of people are going to forget, because once you get hurt, a lot of people just forget how good you are, and that's what's going to happen this whole season. But
right.
He's one of the best running backs in football, no question.
Yeah, he's definitely on that Hall of Fame trajectory. I think if he comes back, plays a few more seasons, he'll be in the Hall of Fame, Colin. No problem.
Should be.
All right, the last one in the quad box break. Now, this one also feels authentic to me. Box 9 in the Gridiron. Good luck, guys. Let's see some heat. Do we have Peyton Manning? Do we have Derrick Henry?
Questions. Answers.
It's not a Hydro, but it is a headliner. More than 100 career sacks. The sick flat black helmet. Former Super Bowl MVP. 2-time Super Bowl champion. It is Von Miller on the Bronco Authentic.
Sick.
Ronnie Bloxham, AFC West. Congrats on your Von Miller.
Very nice.
An absolute beast. He's a guy that could be big for the Bills this year if they make the playoffs. Very, very good leader, Von Miller. He is fantastic.
Yeah.
8 Pro Bowls, Colin. 123.5 career sacks. NFL 2010s All-Decade Team. And he's still playing.
Still kicking.
Von Miller.
Touchdown, Bucks. Hey, he was on the anytime touchdowns.
Broncos flat black. Yes, sir, Bob. That's what I called it.
That's beauty.
Heck yeah, love it, says Ronnie. All nice hits, says Anthony. 4 different winners. Awesome, right? We did have 4 different winners in here. Congrats, guys, on your wins. Nicely done there for Nicholas, Jeff, Amanda, and Ronnie.
That'll do, y'all.
So, Colin.
Kamen.
15 left in here. Are we kidding me? Let's run this back, right?
Yeah, 1 to go in the single.
1 to go on the single. There's 15 boxes left. 2 monsters left. We got ourselves Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry, J.J. Watt, Micah Parsons, Adrian Peterson, Brian Dawkins, and Calvin Johnson. That is a 7 in 15 chance at a photoed headliner. 7 in 15. But there's some more names out there still. We got Andre Johnson, Randy Moss, Bo Jackson, Dick Butkus. So with those names, it becomes a 11 in 15 chance. And I cannot guarantee this, but most likely the gift cards or the Hydroflex monster envelopes are not with the headliners or secondary headliners. Have not seen one yet be with one of those, Colin.
Yeah, seems to be the fillers.
Seems to be the fillers. So with the 7 photoed, the 4 fillers, or secondary headliners rather, Johnson, Moss, Jackson, and Butkus, that gets us to an 11 in 15 chance. And then with the 2 bonus prizes, in theory, 13 in 15 chance at either a bonus prize, a photoed headliner, or a secondary headliner. That means it is almost guaranteed right now. As Charles Barkley would say, I guarantee it, Colin. So guaranteed the single is going to get closed up.
Already did.
Already closed. Single box break coming up in that break. Did you get my note on the minis, by the way? Let me see. I want to make sure. Oh, I think Michael was talking about 4 spots in the single for the mini break as well, I think he said.
For the mini break.
He's in that mini double. I think you were in the other room getting the boxes when we were talking about it. Is he in that double in the minis?
Michael Bennett?
Yeah.
I don't see him. Is he Chris Boardman, Tony Rosati, Bob, and Millie Rosati?
Okay. All right, then never mind. Maybe he's just talking about the gridiron then. Speaking of the gridiron done, right?
Yeah, single coming up.
Gridiron single. Drop me a box number. He's just talking about the monsters. All right, Michael, we're good.
That makes sense.
We are good, brother. Nice flat black on the Von Miller, Colin. Is that nice?
Oh, absolutely.
That's fresh.
And he puts a lot of ink on there.
Yeah,
it's
he
always
does.
Good. Big V.
Yeah, he does.
24 Bauer.
Jack Bauer, baby. The Bauer box. I like that. Kyle Disler, thank you for the box call, sir. Mr. Kyle. Nice Von Miller, Colin. Very nice Von Miller. All right, I'll put this one here. Yeah, I'll keep it around here for our best hits to show off at some point tonight. The Von Miller. Thank you, sir. The Bauer box. Let me write this up for Ronnie Bloxham. So used to hearing Ronnie and Salako win, but this is Ronnie Bloxham with the dub here. Good get, Ronnie.
I'd say.
Von Miller is phenomenal. Peyton Manning might not have a second Super Bowl without Von Miller, Colin. I'll say that.
He was huge.
Right? So Michael, Ronnie, James, Michael, and Kyle. We're going 10 times here in our gridiron break. Dick Buck is still available in the gridiron. Yes, sir. Let's run that quad and double, says Anthony. Let's do it.
He's in them both.
He's in both. He's ready. He's like, I can give myself a shot at all those awesome lids.
Right.
Anthony already has a monster. He gets a second one, Colin. Then it's a 40% chance at Larry Fitz.
He's going to go crazy.
So looking for those odds.
The odds are already so good.
Right? Michael in the NFC North, NFC South. NFC East is Ronnie. Michael Bennett, NFC West. James Strode, AFC North. Right where he wants to be as a Steeler fan. Michael, AFC South. the Peyton Manning spot. Michael AFC East and Kyle in the AFC West looking for a filler chief in here, right, Colin?
Maybe.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, Mr. Dislav.
It's a common team.
All right, we got another monster in here.
Hey.
This a werewolf or what is this? Who is this right here, Colin?
Oh yeah, that's a werewolf.
Looks like a werewolf.
I know a werewolf when I see one.
It's a nice monster, our fourth monster of this series. One more left, which could include the Larry Fitz flex in that one. All right, we got one of the best safeties of all time. Nice flash replica helmet. How about John Lynch with the Hall of Fame 21 inscription right there? One of the best safeties ever. You know, all these rules, Colin, where, you know, we can't hit the quarterback, we can't hit the receiver. A lot of these rules go in because of this guy right here. John Lynch would lay guys out. And he's a great football mind. He's been great as a general manager for the 49ers post his playing career. Very cool.
Very cool indeed. And that Michael Bennett spot that was supposed to be in the quad, got him 4 in this one. Got him a chance at Larry Fitzgerald now.
And a 9-time Pro Bowler, Pro Football Hall of Famer from Hinsdale, not far from here, John Lynch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's right
so,
around the corner.
Congratulations, Michael.
Beautiful flash, too. Top 5 in the game.
Yeah, clean on the Buccaneer flash. So that's 14 left, Colin. It's now a 50% chance at a photoed headliner. There's actually still 4 AFC South hits out there that we know of.
Yeah, it's crazy. A 1 in 7 chance at a speed flex, that we know of.
Yeah, right? That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. With 2 speed flexes, they're hydro flexes, both of them, Manning and the Henry. And the Manning has Hall of Fame 21 inscription and the blue visor as well.
Should
so
be going crazy.
Nice, Michael, says Kyle. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle, says Michael. You are welcome, sir. Congratulations on the John Lynch. I think, Colin, that leaves us with, I believe, 3 reps left. I think there's 14 left. I think it's 3 reps and 11 authentics left.
It's pretty good.
Going in, it was 21 authentics, 9 reps. If my count is correct, should be 3 reps left. So that's, you know, there's going to be almost all authentics in here the rest of the way. And one of the reps probably has one of these monsters in it, right?
Let's go get them.
So, good hit there, Michael. Let's run this break back. Let's see the Manning. Let's see the gift cards. Let's see that Hydro Flex, right?
I don't see why not.
Peyton Manning. We got ourselves 6 spots left in the double, Colin. Here's that Manning that we're playing for. The Derrick Henry is still available. Micah Parsons, J.J. Watt, Adrian Peterson, Brian Dawkins, and Calvin Johnson. When we get down to as little as 14 boxes left, and there is 7 photoed headliners, that is crazy good, right?
Crazy good.
Crazy good. So, it's kind of crazy we're not jumping in, to be honest, Colin, right?
Oh, I agree.
This is literally typically when the massive chase is. 15 boxes or less. This is where the series typically heat up.
Yeah, that quad, for example, is going to be crazy.
Yeah, right? The possibilities in the quad are hashtag endless, right? Again, 14 boxes left, Colin. There is 3 AFC South photoed headliners. Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry, J.J. Watt, and Andre Johnson. So the 2 best Texan players of all time. There's 2 Hydro Flexes. It's maybe the best regular season quarterback and player of all time, Peyton Manning. Is that a Kincaid touchdown?
Kincaid.
We'll both take that, Colin. So that AFC South spot, I know it's $372 a spot, but again, we're looking at something that's worth over $2,500 value, maybe even approaching $3,000 in that break, Colin. 4 authentics, 2 speed flexes, 2 hydros, and a huge name like Peyton Manning. That is ridiculous in that series, right?
Crazy. Crazy good.
Happened last night with the Diamond, says Anthony. What, we had 4 in 1 quad?
Did we have 4 in 1 quad, Anthony?
Maybe
Probably,
maybe it was a guy getting 4 spots and hitting with, a couple of his spots multiple times.
Yeah,
perhaps.
that could be. I'm sure Anthony did that.
I'm sure he's going to do it again, right? Minis right now, we're not moving much, Tony. I think a lot of the attention is going on this series right now, right?
Yeah, 5 to go in the double, 5 to go in the quad.
All right, so that's going to get us down to 8 left, Colin?
Yeah, that'll be it, right?
That'll be it. It's 14 now, right? Got to do math. 4
8,
plus 2 is 6. 8 left. These are definitely happening for sure.
Oh, shout.
We might clear this out tonight, Colin.
I hope so. I want to see somebody win this Larry Fitzgerald.
All right.
Because I'm definitely not going to see it this weekend.
Oh, no, you're gone, right?
Yeah, this thing's going to be gone.
You're going to be on vacation this weekend, mini vacation of
Something
sorts.
like that. Yeah.
Something like that. So, yeah, Colin, this is your last chance to see it other than, popping on the stream or watching our hit videos on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, we ran through the rest of the series, says Anthony. Like I said, Anthony, typically 15 or less is when it really gets moving. I cannot guarantee it. There's no guarantees in life or the break room. But usually when we're down to 15 or less boxes, that's where that, aggressive mentality really starts to hit, right?
Right.
Assuming there's a bunch of headliners left, right? Which in this case, there is a bunch. There is a bunch of great headliners. Here's the good news, Colin. We get that quad done. We get that double done. No matter what, there will be at least 1 headliner left after that that's photoed. Likely 3, maybe 4. So we cannot pull all the headliners in that double and quad.
Yeah, it's crazy. 4 to go on both now.
Yes, and to answer your question, Michael, yes, you are guaranteed. If you have a monster... I'll be full disclosure, Colin. There is a variance in what you can win. Obviously, that Larry Fitzgerald Hydro Speedflex with the visor, as I like to say, a 4-digit helmet, right? 1,000+ value, give or take. So that's the biggest prize in there. Second prize, $500 gift card, really good.
Very good.
Third prize, $250 is still pretty good. The 100 and the 50, though, again, is very different than the Larry Fitz or the 500. But yes, you are guaranteed one of these 5 prizes, Michael Bennett. So, best case you have a Larry Fitz Hydro Flex. Worst case you have a $50 gift card.
That ain't bad.
So, it's something. It is something for sure. And I think we have 4 different monsters. You can get a bonus monster, right? Michael's got 1, Bob's got 1, Anthony's got 1, and Nicholas has 1. So
Yeah,
we
you
could
could have
have, you could get 2 monsters. There's no cap on monsters that you win in that break.
I didn't hear a rule about it.
So there you go. 4 to go on each of them. I'll drop in the double and the quad box break link. 4 left in each of our gridiron double and quad breaks. And in theory, Colin, we get down to 8 left. We run the single. We run another quad, another double, and then either 2 singles or we do a quad and a triple and a single. So we're actually pretty low on that break as far as what's left. So get it while you still can. I do see some orders coming in. Ronnie Bloxham, Christopher Jolly are in as well. I think we're down to 2 left in the quad, Colin.
Could be.
That's good. This is good. Great job, guys. Getting us on the doorstep here, Colin.
I think it's 2 left in the double, 3 left in the quad.
That's what it is. So one guy probably got 2 spots in the double. I'm just looking at the money that was paid. So I assumed both in the quad, but 2 left in the double for sure. Anthony says loving this, right? Am I right, Anthony? I'm loving it too. Ba-da-ba-ba-bye. I'm loving it. McDonald's, Colin. It's good advertising. They got me to sing it.
Is that right?
Yeah, they did good.
You got a sponsorship?
I don't.
Yeah.
They should sponsor our breaks. That'd be fun.
You're so worried about OJ's lawyers, and here you are just singing copyright music. That's fine.
McDonald's is nice, though.
Is it?
They have a kids meal.
They gotta be nice.
It's called a Happy Meal, Colin.
They can't be
You're
mean.
supposed to be happy. I'll be happy when I see these helmets. Honestly, I know I talk a lot about Patrick Mahomes. You know how much I love Mahomes. My second favorite football player ever, Colin, and the guy I grew up watching as a kid who was my favorite player, was Peyton Manning. And it's a Hydroflex Peyton Manning with the blue visor, and it has a Hall of Fame 21 inscription. So, yeah, that is nice. Cannot wait to see that Manning lid.
2 to go in the quad, 2 to go in the double.
Christopher is same Chris here, says Chris Jolly. There you go. So Chris and Christopher, the same person, could be taking home a sick helmet coming up. Amanda's in as well. What's up, Amanda? So good stuff, guys. Jumping in.
I had a feeling that Christopher Jolly was the same as the Chris Jolly. That'd be kind of fun, though, if we
That'd
had
be
a Chris
spooky.
Jolly and a Christopher Jolly.
2 separate ones, Colin?
Yeah, it's like I haven't seen him in a while, but Mike Miller. He'd always play as Mike Miller and then Michael Miller.
There was another guy that would do that, and I'm blanking on who it was. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
I don't.
God. I'm blanking on his name right now, but there was another guy that did the same thing as well.
It's funny.
So, the only question is which one's going to fill first? The double or the quad, Colin?
That is big question.
This is life's mysteries here in the break room.
My question is who's going to get the closer spots and who's going to just miss out?
My question is, at this stage, we have 14 left, right? There's 4 AFC South. It's almost getting to the point where, I know the 4 and 1 is a little bit trickier, but Manning, Henry Watt, and Andre Johnson, it's getting to the point where it feels like somebody's going to get 2 of these in a quad or 2 of these in a double. It's just getting kind of spooky, right?
Getting a little spooky.
The odds are getting pretty good in there, for sure. So, 2 left. Come and get them, guys. Let's see that heat. Otherwise, Colin, that's kind of stolen the show right now. I do think we'll get a diamond single done, though. Again, $87 a spot. Every single headliner in the diamonds, names like Jim Brown, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Hydroflexus, Trevor Lawrence, Flash Authentic, Phillip Rivers. I'm kind of obsessed with this Calvin Johnson lid, personally.
It's so cool.
It is so cool. Love the blue. It's got the Hall of Fame on the back, his number 81. Everything about that helmet is absolutely unbelievable here in the break room. Everything is nasty. Cannot wait to see what we got going in here.
1 to go in the double.
All right, so 1 to go in that. And here's that Barry Sanders, by the way. I love the blue visor. That's another break we can do, but let's be honest. This is the break we're doing here. The gridiron, 1 spot left. All these photoed names that are left: Manning, Henry, Calvin Johnson, J.J. Watt, Brian Dawkins, Adrian Peterson, Micah Parsons. All of them authentic helmets, Colin. All authentic.
That's pretty sick.
Pretty sick. I need the Bills not the score. Not the Bills. The Bucks not the score here late. I still feel good about the -10, Colin. I really do.
All right.
I feel good about
I
it.
have them winning on my parlay, so that's fine. I'm actually getting kind of dangerously close on this same game, to be honest.
What do you got?
All I need is Diggs over 79.5 and Evans over 44.5. Those are the last 2 legs.
What have you hit already?
Godwin over 24.5, Davis over 24.5, White over 29.5 rushing, Kincaid anytime touchdown, Godwin anytime touchdown.
What do you need for Evans?
44.5. I know he has 7 yards right now.
Yeah, but they're going to have to pass if they're behind.
Right.
And Diggs says, how much do you need? 70?
79.5, so 80 yards.
Okay,
But-
it's doable.
Yeah, it can happen. It's not impossible.
Who's getting these spots? Sometimes those closer spots are the winners, right, Colin?
Oh, baby. I think Anthony Mareshi might have just closed them both.
He's like, enough's enough.
He did just close them both.
All right, Anthony.
So Anthony or Kamen, I guess whichever.
Well, right.
Double first
Okay.
or single or quad first.
We don't usually get this very often.
Right. I don't know if you want to leave it up to him or...
Well, no. I'm going to let the randomizer decide, because in all honesty, we go with whatever closes up first. And were they both 1 away when he closed it?
Yeah, I mean, he literally got the closer spot on both.
Okay, so I'm going to randomize. I'm going to do D for double, Q for quad. Just because I know this gets tricky because we go in the order of the order number. And if I do one instead of another, someone's going to be mad saying that they would have had this spot in that break they would have had this helmet in the break.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously Anthony's got the most spots, but we play fair to everyone, Colin. I'm going to do Q for quad and D for double here. Our dice roll is 5 and a 5, 10. Since they closed at the same time, they were both also one spot away, so I can't say that, one of them was closer the whole time. So whatever this lands on after 10 clicks is the one we're doing first, Colin.
Yeah, we also kind of have to make a decision, too, on how we're going to close this. Because there's 8 left, but one's got to be a single, so there's 7.
Yeah, we could do a triple instead of the double. But let's see what happens in this break first.
All right, so I'll just leave them both for now.
So we got 9 and 10 clicks. It's going to be D for double.
Double first.
So double is coming up first in the Gridiron series. So Gridiron double. Drop me 2 box numbers. Alright, so I think that was a pretty fair way to do it, Colin. There's always going to be someone that gets mad somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that is the best way to do it.
No, I agree.
We don't really get that very often. The same type of break closes at the exact same time. Anthony wants 10 and 13. Thank you, Anthony.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen it happen, honestly.
Me too.
I've seen it before where it's like a mini and a jersey close at the same time from the same order, but never the same series.
Can you also give me the numbers? I don't want to make sure our ticker is 100% accurate with how massive the series is. Do we have 10 and 13?
Yeah, we got those.
Okay, so all the other numbers left.
1, 2, 12, 15, 16.
Hold on 1 second. So there's no 3?
No 3.
1 and 2. Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 12.
Okay.
15, 16.
Yep.
Let me make sure it's in order. 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, and 27.
Okay, so 20 through 23 you said?
20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Actually, no, 24.
So 20 to 23 and 25 to 27.
Right.
So no 24.
No 24.
Okay, cool. Ticker is right for the next one. I am not going to ask for the quad numbers until we're done with this break. I want to give everyone an even chance to get the quad numbers. So I will ask for those when I'm done with the full break here. These both are kind of heavy, Colin. So we'll see here. Good luck, everyone, says William. Good luck indeed, guys. James, Anthony, Darrow, Nicholas, Christopher, Michael, and Anthony here in the double box break in the Gridiron. And then we got the quad to follow. Then we can revisit how we go about closing this break out. I'm leaning quad, triple, and single, Colin, but this depends on what we pull here. Because I do like to give these guys the single option for the guys who maybe don't want to put as money on the table, right?
Well, they're still single up.
Yeah. Well, we could also do a double, then another single, but maybe a triple and a quad will be easier. 10 clicks. We got James Strode up top in the NFC North. Christopher Jolly's got the NFC South. It is Anthony Morshi in the NFC East. Michael Bennett, you've got the NFC West. Anthony AFC North. Christopher AFC South. Darrow AFC East. Christopher's got that wicked South. Nicholas in the NFC West.
Business is about to pick up.
Right? Lucky number 13 coming up. Who's it going to be lucky for, Colin? Is it lucky enough to the tune of a Peyton Manning Hydroflex?
It is the spooky season number 13. Gotta be good.
Spooky! Well, it's not the Peyton Manning. It is authentic. It's the NFL's 11th all-time leading receiver, Andre Johnson, on the Texan lid. That's the AFC South. That is Christopher Jolly. Congrats on your Andre Johnson, sir.
Very nice.
All right,
Johnson,
Chris.
authentic.
He could still double up with the Manning in the very next box, Colin. That is possible.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry still out there, and J.J. Watt.
Boy, yeah, this could be a sick Texans break right here.
All right.
I'm down.
AFC South, the spot to be right now. Christopher is certainly jolly after this one, Colin. I tell you what.
I'd say.
He can't not be jolly right there. Andre Johnson.
Question is that an appetizer?
Appetizer. I like it. Like appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah,
Love the Texans base lid, says Chris. Yeah, their standard is clean.
Good standard.
I actually really like their flash, the red.
Yeah, it's nice.
It is beautiful.
They got pretty good memorabilia.
Well, the amp, J.J. Watson amp, right? That thing is nasty, too.
Yeah, Texans have a great amp.
Yeah, they do.
Chargers have a really good amp, if we're just listing good amps.
Right?
That yellow amp is crazy.
Oh, we had one with Antonio Gates recently. And that was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, more heaviness coming up here. Box 10. Next 10 of 30. Gridiron Monsters Helmet Series. Do we have a headliner in here? Do we have a Hydro Flex in here, Colin?
Questions that need answered. Or I'm gonna lose it.
Well, you're going to lose it because you're going to love this one.
Uh-oh.
It's a matter of personal preference. This is probably your favorite headliner in the series. It's a beautiful Flash Authentic Weapon
Yeah.
X, baby!
Anthony!
Brian Dawkins, 9-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Fame safety, one of the best to ever do it. Congrats, Anthony, on your Brian Dawkins, sir.
Man.
That is nice.
The chase is over, everyone. We found him.
Right?
Let's go. Anthony with the biggest W of the night. No
that's
question.
nice. Very nice on the Dawkins. That NFC East heat, he knows.
Sick.
The East hits a lot in the break room, that's for sure.
That's a sick lid.
Congrats, Anthony, says Chris. Congrats in the double box break.
Always a pleasure when the best safety of all time comes out.
Certainly one of the best. I know you're saying that as an Eagle fan, but he is great.
He is great.
Gridiron Quad.
He is probably non-biasly now. Real talk. Colin as an analyst.
Okay.
Top 5, probably.
Probably.
I mean,
at
definitely
least,
top
at least
10.
guys that I've seen, like of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the 60s and 70s, but he's in that discussion. So here we go. I'm dropping this in. Gridiron Quad. Drop me 4 box numbers. First come, first serve. Excuse me. William says that's the best version.
Wow,
I
that's a
have
compliment.
More NFC East hits than anything else, says Tony. One of his least favorite divisions. That's how it works.
Tony, first J. Cole and now this.
Right?
Come
you guys
on,
are
man.
beefing.
Come on, Tony.
Like I've said before, Colin, the NFC East is popular because we got a lot of Cowboys. We have a lot of Cowboy fans here in the room. I think, Colin, you're definitely good to put up another quad, though, right?
Yeah,
You can put up the next quad. We can leave the double up for a second, but I think you're good to put up another quad here. So, 23 says Anthony, box 23.
Gotta get the Jordan box in there.
Gotta get the
Chicago
Jordan
boy.
box in there. 3 more. It is a quad box break. Need 3 more numbers. I thought Anthony would come in with all 4 of them at once.
You got a little gun shy.
Just 1 here so
A
far.
little gun shy.
That's all right. This is going to be a lot of fun seeing these lids here.
Oh, Amanda.
Amanda's
called one.
ready. She wants 15. Thank you, Amanda. 15 works.
I'm gonna start collecting these.
2 more, guys. Tony says, Colin, football changes over the years. J. Cole will always be whack, he says. Okay.
That is just the worst take.
That's a Tony take.
You know what? I love you, Tony. You're wrong.
As long as we're nice to each other, we keep it classy, and we are good on disagreements. Look at Anthony, a nice guy, trying to give everyone a chance. 27 as well, called out by Jeff. So 1 more number, guys. Let me write up this Brian Dawkins, by the way, which I haven't done yet for Anthony. Make sure this is the Dawkins. Flash Authentic Dawkins, yep. After this break, there's going to be 8 boxes left, Colin, right? That's what you're seeing there? I know you've probably got 9, but we have 1 more still to be called out. 19, right?
Yep.
So you have 8 boxes left, is that correct?
Yeah, we don't have 19.
Let me look at my ticker here.
I think that got called out earlier.
Yeah, 19 is not on the ticker either. Nick says, sorry, I'm at work. 19 is not available, not on the ticker. So, 1 more number, guys.
I think we tried 19 earlier.
Yeah, it's definitely not on the ticker either. So my ticker is correct right now. We just double-checked it to make sure. So I'm pulling up the double break just so I can write up Anthony's win. But if you're in the quad, you know that you're in. Oh, my. Okay. Got some comments directed at your love for J. Cole in the chat, Colin.
Is it from Tony?
Yes, the second one. William asked, does J. Cole's, not Cole, play for the Eagles? He's just making a joke, I think. So
Cole played for the Eagles.
quad box break, Anthony, Jeff, James, Nicholas, Ronnie, Amanda, Ron, and Anthony. Box 1 we have, right?
We do have 1. First box in the whole series still here.
Look at this, Daniel Colin. This is true, Colin. Says, Anthony, that is nice of you, but Kamen taught me to call out the numbers you want, LOL, right? When there's this much good stuff available, I always say this is the time to be ruthless, Colin, right? Be ruthless with your box calls. Although maybe it's going to bring up some karma. We'll see. We'll see.
He got 1 in there.
So, Michael, there's 8 boxes left, sir, in the whole series. 8 to go. 2, 12, 16, 20 through 22, and 25 and 26. And then we are done with the series. And Daniel says I missed out on a Brady because of it, right?
Ooh,
Look, that's why I told him, Colin. If you've got a gut feeling, go with your feeling. Do it for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I hate when guys are mean in the room or they're calling out, other guys or employees. Like Tony said, I love UA and the employees. Thank you, Tony.
We love you too, man.
But at the same time, though, you are here to win, right? As long as you're respectful in losses, respectful in defeat, which 99% of our customers are. But with that said, you would rather win the Peyton Manning than lose it. So if you've got a gut feeling, call out all your numbers. That's just my advice.
I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're here.
We play to win the game, Colin.
Not to listen to Tony's trash takes on J. Cole.
Ooh!
My man went double platinum with no features, Tony.
Oh, my God.
No features.
Oh, my God. It's getting heated in here.
It's getting hot.
Daniel says, always congratulate others on their wins, though. Yeah, and you do a good job of that, Daniel. As does, again, about 98, 99% of people in the break room. Yeah, I know some guys did, Tony. Unfortunately, that is the name of the game. Not everyone takes their L's with class like our current base, Colin.
We got some good guys in the chat now.
Yeah.
And in the breaks now. So that's what matters.
Look at Kyle says, I like to control my own destiny and call my own boxes, right?
I like that. No one to blame but himself after that.
Right? Well, 10 clicks. Jeff's got the AFC South.
Oh, Jeff.
Uh-oh, Jeff. We got Amanda in the NFC North, Nicholas in the NFC South, or Ron, new customer in the NFC East. Got a little Micah Parsons lurking.
Could be.
Anthony Morshi, NFC West. Ronnie Bloxham, AFC North. Jeff in the AFC South, which we have 2 Hydro Flexes, Manning and Derrick Henry. And then we got James Strode in the AFC West. So the Calvin Johnson, Amanda in the NFC North could be yours. The J.J. Watts, also AFC South. Adrian Peterson, NFC North. So I think it's kind of AFC South and NFC North are the photoed headliner spots right now.
I'm telling you what, Amanda has been a magnet. I'm guessing she gets at least 1 in this.
Right? The odds got to be like, what, minus 120 on that? Let's see here. We got ourselves box 1 coming up. 1 out of 30 in the gridiron.
Sean, every Malone needs their Stockton, right?
Right? He says, I like calling my own box numbers, but usually seem to call headliner wins for others. So there you go. We got ourselves an authentic coming up here. Authentic helmet on the way.
Bring me something good.
Bring me a headliner, Colin. That's what I say.
The odds are pretty good for one.
Well, I got something even better than a headliner. How about a Hydro Speed Flex Derrick Henry?
Nasty.
It's King Henry in the break room. Jeff Emsland. This is beautiful. The Speed Flex Authentic. This is one of the best running backs ever. One of 8 guys with 2,000 rush yards in a season. He had over 2,000 rush yards in a season in high school and college and the pros. You look at the last 5 years, Colin, this is probably the best back in the league, Derrick Henry. That is nice, says Anthony. That is very nice. Congrats to Jeff.
That's beautiful.
On the Derrick Henry.
I love it's like a refreshing look, you know? Very bright. Very beautiful lid, man.
It's nice.
Jeff.
Derrick Henry, have yourself a hit, Jeff.
It's crazy that that could be the appetizer in this break.
The Peyton Manning is better. It's Peyton Manning in here.
Oh my goodness.
So the back, nice. Yeah, look at the back.
Yeah, there's some
It's
good
got
stuff.
it's actually a King Henry sticker on the back right there. Beckett certified QR sticker on the back. It's Henry 22 with the crown. That's why they call him King Henry for a reason, Colin, right? Sickest Titans lid I've seen, says Sean.
It's up there.
Way to go, nice hit, says Nick. All hail the king, says Kyle Disler. That is Jeff and Derrick Henry both, right?
Right.
Oh my God. Absolutely beautiful hit right there on the Derrick Henry Hydro Speed Flex.
Beauty.
I was going to say
That's just the start.
It's actually not the sickest Titan lid I've seen, because remember we had the Henry Chrome Flex?
Yeah, that one was definitely the coolest.
Oh my God, with the blue visor.
That might have been before Sean, though.
Yeah, he probably wasn't in our break room yet.
We had a sick, iced Titan mini of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, we did.
With a visor.
That was sick, too.
That thing was crazy.
King Henry really is an animal. What a sweet nickname, says Tony. Yeah.
It's just a rare combination of size, strength, and speed.
He's so good.
He makes defense block for him.
There's some rumors that he could get traded. I think any team that would pick him up would be lucky, Colin. I'll say that.
I've heard the Ravens have been in that conversation.
All those running back injuries, right?
Mm-hmm. Nice hit from James.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's clear up some room.
Somebody's got to go.
Mike? Okay, that's fine. I'll make sure this one is as close as we can to me, though, because this is, so far, the hit of the show, Colin. I'll put the trick or treats down. You could probably move the Larry Fitz. We've showed it off plenty on the stream.
Hopefully he's going to come back.
Right?
Somebody's going to win him the next time we see him.
Maybe. All right, another break coming up. Let me ask this, though. Greatest nickname in the history of the league, says Tony Rosati. For me, it's Maurice Jones-Drew, Pocket Hercules. But that's just me. This Ron, congrats, James. What's up, Ron? And Sean says, best stiff arm in the league, NFL history. He's up there, Derrick Henry. If that was mine, I could get a few more Bo Minis in trade, right? Nice hit, says James Strode. Nicely done indeed, guys, in our Gridiron series. I think a lot of guys are waiting to see what happens in the squad before jumping back in. Right. With that said, let me get through these boxes a little bit quicker here. Box 15 of 30 on the way next. Do we have Peyton Manning in here, Colin? Is this the Manning moment? It's not. We've got our final monster dough. This is Dracula, right, Colin? Dracula? I want to confirm with you.
Dracula.
Dracula is the monster right here.
I know a Dracula when I see it.
All right. The Bronco lid cane is the Von Miller flat black authentic we pulled.
Yeah, the boy's sick.
I can show it off real quick. Yeah, thank you, Colin. That Von Miller earlier. I'm not going to lie, I like the fridge, but Hitman Harrison Smith is BA.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Namath is Broadway Joe, says Bob.
Joe,
That's a good one.
Love Broadway Joe.
That is a good one.
I still like Bad Moon Rising.
Andre Rison, that's a really good one.
Bad Moon.
All right, so this is an authentic, I think, in here. It is.
Oh, wow, even better.
We got another Bronco lid. It's a salute to service. It's the Romo Cop. Here's a great nickname, Bill Romanowski. This is one of the dirtiest players in NFL history, Colin. There was a Sports Century of the dirtiest players of all time, and he was like number 4 on the all-time list.
Jeez.
You don't want to be with this guy in the bottom of a pile. All goes with Bill Romanowski. This man was a beast, former Pro Bowl linebacker. I think he's a 4-time Super Bowl champion. So that is PSA certified. Congratulations, James Strode, on your Bill Romanowski.
Yeah, nice little auto there. And gold.
And he's got the last monster. So he's going to get either a $50 gift card, $100, $250, $500, or the Larry Fitz Hydroflex, Colin.
Jeez, yeah, that might have just sealed the deal. Who knows?
All right. Another great-looking lit, says Anthony. The Manster's good, William Maynard. Minister of Defense for Mike Singletary. That's a good one as well. I do like when we're going off basketball as well. The White Mamba.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Scalabrine, Colin. That's a good one.
White Mamba.
So, what do you think? Favorite football nicknames? Weapon X for you, maybe?
Love Weapon X, yeah.
What do we have? The Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to write this up for James, by the way.
The Nigerian Nightmare's pretty cool.
Yeah, Christian Okoye. So there we go. Bill Romanowski. James Strode.
Look at Philadelphia with a 14-0 run. They're up 102-94 all of a sudden.
Against the Bucks.
Against the Bucks.
Same thing happened. I actually went to watch those teams play. The Bucks were up double digits in the third quarter, and they lost the game. It's a game of runs in the NBA, as they say, right?
6.5 minutes still. Plenty of time to flip that script. But
Plenty of Dame time.
Plenty of Dame time. That's
Get
right.
it?
I get it.
So this is the bonus hit, actually, for James Strode.
Bats are sweet. I'm sure we'll have another one. I don't think we have one in the back right now, though, Tony. I don't think.
I don't think so right now. We do maybe have a bat in the 1 and 4. There's a Frank Thomas item left in the 1 and 4. That could be a bat, could be a jersey. If you're looking for a bat, I would probably jump in the 1 and 4 column. That's probably pretty sure with 8 boxes left, whether Frank is a bat or not, we have something in there.
Yeah, human joystick. That's
Human
a good
joystick. We're talking about Dante Hall, of
one. Yeah,
course.
I love the muscle hamster too, Kyle.
Who's the muscle hamster?
Doug Martin.
Oh,
muscle
the
hamster?
former Buccaneer running back?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that, actually.
the muscle hamster.
That's really good. All right, box 23 coming up. The MJ box in our Gridiron Monster series. It's a wrap here, Colin.
Things are getting spicy.
Things are getting spicy. What does that mean? The ratios and odds at Peyton Manning getting better. We have ourselves a guy with exactly 1,000 career catches, former Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, Eclipse replica, Beckett certified, AFC North, Ronnie Bloxham with the Heinz Ward.
Nice.
Let's go, Ronnie! He is heating up here in the break room.
Great looking Eclipse.
Heinz Ward. Another one of these guys that was a leader, a great teammate, a great blocker. His stats were really, really good, Colin, but he was even better than his stats. Heinz Ward.
Yeah, absolutely. Super Bowl MVP. There's not a lot of those.
Right. All right. I think there's now 2 reps left, if I'm counting correctly, in this series. Mostly authentic the rest of the way. Actually, the odds of the headliners getting spooky good. After this box, there's 8 left. There's still an Adrian Peterson authentic, Calvin Johnson, Micah Parsons, J.J. Watt, and Peyton Manning. It's currently a 5 and 9 chance at a authentic headliner right now. 5 and 9, and there's a Randy Moss still in there. I think we might have all the boxes known, actually. We'll look after this one.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
So, Primetime's a good one. Looks like the Bills up 23, 24, 10 PAT pending. Let's go. Minus 10.
Yeah, Gabe Davis might have been a good fantasy play.
I didn't play
in the
him.
end.
Yeah, of course. 27 coming up. 27 of 30.
79 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's doing good. Do we have the Peyton Manning in here, Colin?
Oh, this guy's hard to get out.
All right, maybe it's heavy. Maybe it's a Hydro. Maybe it's Peyton Manning. Jeff says, come on, hit me, baby, one more time. It's not the Manning. It is a headliner. You said it earlier. Amanda's going to get one. How about one of the best running backs ever? Adrian Peterson on the Speed Authentic. Here's a good one. All Day. Another good nickname.
That is a good one. And he was.
He could run all day. 296 rush yards. That is the single game rushing record. Top 5 all-time rushing touchdowns. Top 5 all-time rushing yards. The last running back to win the MVP. Congrats, Amanda. Adrian Peterson.
Have a day, Amanda. My goodness.
All day, my man, says Tony. No way, says Amanda. Thank you. You are very welcome, Amanda.
I love, it's almost like a Pokemon evolutions, right? Her starter Pokemon was Josh Jacobs' jersey. Then she went up to an Eddie George rep. And now the final form, Adrian Peterson.
They're getting better each time. They're all running backs, too.
Yeah.
What's up, Amanda, the running back queen? Congrats, says Jeff. Congrats all, says Nix. What's up, guys? Man, that's a great break. Adrian Peterson.
With a 1 in 8 chance at a Peyton Manning still out there.
Okay, so there's 8 left, Colin, in this series, right? 8 left. So this is kind of crazy. There's a Micah Parsons authentic. There's a J.J. Watt authentic, a Peyton Manning Hydro Speedflex authentic, a Calvin Johnson. That is 4 photoed headliners and 8 boxes left. And then we still have Dick Butkus, Bo Jackson, Randy Moss. So there's 7 and 8 chance at a headliner.
That's crazy.
My goodness. NFC North, Moss and Butkus. AFC South, we still have the Peyton Manning out there and the J.J. Watt available in this break. I love he's not the true number 1 GOAT, though, but he's my number 1. I love Prime AP. Try to stop that man, says Toady. Prime AP of any running back I watched, Colin, growing up. He was the most unstoppable running the ball, Adrian Peterson.
No doubt.
He was something else. Talk about speed and power. There's nothing you can do.
No, he's the best running back I've seen play. I've said that many times, and I'm sticking by it.
Right? It's him or Tomlinson for me, but it's tough. He's number 1 in my kids' generation for sure, says Sean. All right, let's do the quad, the triple, and the single. Get this closed up this way, Colin. If these guys are not interested in the quad or the triple, we can always try a double if the triple's not going. Right. But let's close it up this way, right?
Sounds good to me.
Close up shop. Let's get this series done tonight. Let's see Manning. Let's see the Larry Fitz. Let's see it all, right?
I want to see it all.
I do as well.
I don't know who doesn't.
I don't know. I can't imagine who wouldn't, right? It's a 7 and 8 chance at a headliner. It's a 4 and 8 at a photoed authentic, and then 3 other headliners left. So let's make it easy. Let's get this closed up the right way. Tony's still looking for the minis. All right, Tony. Well, I mean, whatever you guys want to break, we'll do. Full disclosure, Tony, I'm kind of thinking this break is stolen the show now, right, Colin?
A little bit.
I do think the diamond single 2 to go should happen, but otherwise, it does seem like this break has stolen the show here at UA. So we should be seeing these orders now, right? A lot of guys were waiting to see what was going to happen, Colin. Well, got news for you guys. The Peyton Manning didn't go.
Right.
The best helmet in the series, I mean, we talk about 7 and 8 chance at a headliner, 4 and 8 at a photoed authentic headliner, but it's also 1 and 8 chance at Peyton Manning. And if we do the quad, triple, and single, there's a 1 in 3 chance he's at one of those breaks. So something to think about right there.
Something to think about right there.
Tony needs a Texan mini. That's why I'm pushing so hard. Looking for the Andre Johnson, Tony. Now, Tony knows this, of course, Colin. If these breaks don't fill up tonight, they'll fill up tomorrow or Saturday. That Andre Johnson is coming out soon. Soon. So, I don't know. I'm surprised. I thought with the Manning left, these guys would be jumping in right away, Colin, right?
And everything else. I mean,
it's crazy.
It's spooky.
I mean, Calvin Johnson, not a guy that signs very often. Very valuable autograph for Megatron. Micah Parsons. I always say that's a great lit to have because even if you're not a Micah fan, how many Cowboy fans do we have in the break room? So many of them. It's Cowboy fans left and right here at UA. We still have the J.J. Watt as well, which could be paired with that Peyton Manning, for example, Colin. So there's a lot of incredible possibilities here in the UA live break room. Who's going to get him? Those are the questions here. Who's going to get him?
Who is going to get him?
I mean, it's guaranteed. There's no mysteries, as far as what's left. Manning, Parsons, Watt, and Calvin Johnson. And then again, names we haven't seen yet. This is a name that's very popular in the break room. Bo Jackson. Randy Moss, of course. Maybe the most talented receiver ever. And then Dick Butkus, the great Bears linebacker who did pass away recently. We were talking about greatest Bears of all time the other day. And we landed on Butkus as the second or third. It went Walter Payton 1. And then the debate was, is it Gale Sayers or Dick Butkus? And you can't go wrong with either one of those guys, obviously.
The disrespect to Red Grange.
Right? I mean, look, you should like Butkus too, though, because he's an Illinois guy as well. Played ball at U of I, Mr. Butkus.
Yes, he did. And he played very well.
Yes, he did. Got some action in that quad, huh, Colin?
Yep, 2 down already.
2 down, 6 to go.
A little bit of action in the diamond single as well.
Are we full or 1 away?
We are 1 away.
That's where that Calvin Johnson Hydro resides. Hydro Speed Flex, Colin, at that. Cool. Having a lot of fun here in the break room. Having a lot of fun.
Needs a Texans mini.
He needs it. Like water. Tony Rosati's like, Texan mini just as important as water. All right, Colin, watch this. I made it.
Wow. I wish you would have missed somehow.
1 for 1, baby. It's a layup, right? This break should be a layup with how few are left. And I'd almost be taking a shot at the single, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
93 a spot. Imagine if you get that Manning for $93 when it's worth more than 10 times that, Colin. The quad is great, of course. You can win multiple items in the quad. You can win multiple items in the double as well. The Manning and J.J. Watt in particular. So, let's go.
Let's go.
Who got in that quad? Ron and Jeff?
Ron and Jeff.
And no one else is in?
No one else is in.
Oof. All right. Strange. Stranger things have happened, but not often. That's a show reference to a show I don't even watch, Colin.
You're over here talking to me about all these shows I'm missing out on. You don't watch Stranger Things?
Nope. Sorry. That's one I probably should watch.
Yes, it's very good. You should watch it.
Yeah. So, Diamond Single and I would say Monsters Quad are probably our best bets for the breaks, right? Here's that quad link. And then the Diamond Single is 100% happening with us only one lone spot away. Do we not like Peyton Manning that much? I mean, I love Peyton Manning, Colin. Where's Nicholas Line at? He's a Colts guy.
Hey, he should be all over this.
He should be all over this for the Peyton Manning. It's a Hydro Flex with the Hall of Fame 21 inscription and the blue visor, like I always say. That's a 4-digit helmet. Definitely value-wise over $1,000, Colin. Speed Flex Peyton Manning. Hydro Speed Flex with the blue visor, Hall of Fame 21. That is an insane lid. Steven and I were talking about this the other day. You can disagree. In my opinion, you probably will. The best regular season football player of all time, Peyton Manning.
No, that's probably right.
Probably right? Oh, look at that. We agree. We're friends. I like it when we agree, Colin.
I mean, he's got to be up there.
He's got to be up there. The great Peyton Manning.
It's kind of hard. I mean, it almost has to be a quarterback, right?
It has to be.
I mean, you think about, like Eric Dickerson, for example. He rushed for a lot of yards in one season.
Yeah.
But I guess you're talking over a career, though, too.
Over a career. Yeah, over a career. I mean, he's the best over one season, arguably, because 55 passing touchdowns. That record...
I think it has to be a quarterback.
It's still Peyton Manning. Yeah, I mean, like, the only other one I could say is probably Manning or Brady, right? Brady's got the 7 rings. That's why he's the overall GOAT. Brady does have more cumulative yards and touchdowns, but he did play longer. Manning's got the most MVPs. I mean, it's definitely either Brady or Manning, and Breeze is in the discussion as well. It's one of those three for me, as far as best regular season player of all time.
The 3 best quarterbacks of all time.
Arguably. I've got, Manning 2 for me. I know you've got Breeze 2. But I probably put Montana, 3, and then either Breeze or Rodgers 4 and 5. With Mahomes, going to replace those guys if he stays healthy, 10 years down the road. Brady did go 16-0. You're right, Sean, over one season. That was a very, very impressive run. Tom Brady, I mean, obviously, any football discussion at being the best at anything, at any point, has to start with Tom Brady.
He's the GOAT.
So, here we go. Ron is in the single in the gridiron. Thank you, Ron.
Smart.
So, Tyson Bagent is number 1 because he's 1-0. He's never lost. In Tyson we trust, Colin. Never lost a game.
He's going to get murdered.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. The Charger defense is not great. But we'll see.
Dalton Kincaid having a good stat line so far.
That's what you said. Look for Dalton Kincaid to do good, Colin. He's doing good.
58 yards and a tutty.
Not bad.
Not bad for a tight end.
Best QB of all time, Kirk O'Chains. LOL, just kidding, obviously, says Tony.
Kirk O'Chains.
Kirk Cousins, Colin, on Monday Night Football became the second quarterback in the last 3 seasons with 300-plus pass yards, 2 touchdown passes, and a W in the same game against the Niners. It's Kirk Cousins and Patrick Mahomes. That's the list right there.
That is not very inclusive.
Yeah, right? So let's fill up this line, King, says Ronnie.
One spot.
How'd I forget? T-Bag is also a great nickname, says Sean. Is that what they call him? Do you ever watch the show Prison Break, Colin?
No.
Oh, there's a character in it that is, quite frankly, the most grotesque character, the biggest creep in it, but his nickname is T-Bag.
Oh, boy.
So, that's what I'm thinking of right now. Honey Badger's a really good one.
Yeah,
Tyrann
Honey Badger.
Matthew. That is true.
Honey Badger.
So, 1 to go on the diamond. The Prison Break is wild, right, Tony? That's a great show, man.
I hear it's good.
Prison Break was amazing. I think like the first 2 or 3 seasons were incredible. Then it did start to drag a little bit, Colin, because it was how they get back in prison every time.
Yeah.
But the first 2 seasons especially, just amazing.
It's kind of like Lost was the same way. Like the first 3 seasons of Lost were super captivating.
Yeah.
Then they got off the island, but then they got back on the island.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like that, but I don't know. I think Lost was still a little bit stronger finish for me. Although I know the ending got a lot of people riled up, of course, and I could buy that. So, anyone else watch Orange is the New Black? I did. I like that one as well, Tony. The best non-handsome actor is Danny Trejo.
But I'm going to have to one-up you with a different Danny DeVito.
Ooh, that's a good one. What's left in the grid? So, Ronnie, we just went over this a couple minutes ago, but this is why I do the top-to-bottom rundown, Colin. This is why I update the series left and right. 8 boxes left, Ronnie. 7 headliners left. Peyton Manning, Hydro Speed Flex. We've got ourselves the J.J. Watt Amp Authentic, the Calvin Johnson Retro Authentic, and the Micah Parsons Lunar Authentic. 4 photoed headliners with 8 boxes left. And, Ronnie, we also have the Randy Moss, Bo Jackson, and Dick Butkus as secondary headliners, which puts it a 7 and 8 chance at a headliner, Colin. 7 and 8 is mighty good. As for what's left in the diamond helmets, well, how about everything, right? Only done a couple of these breaks, Colin. I think 28 to go. All the headliners left. Calvin Johnson, Hydroflex, Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Tony Romo, Trevor Lawrence Flash. Just some of the biggest names available in the diamonds. So that break is, I think, 1 away, right?
It's closed.
It's closed. So the diamond single coming up next. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought this gridiron would fill up like that, Colin, right?
Yeah, weird.
Snap of the fingers.
With what's left and the odds.
So here we go. Bob says DeVito's making money pushing Jersey Mike's DeVito's from the Jersey Shore, of course he is.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, yes, Colin, Always Sunny's my favorite show all time.
I love it.
Kind of tied with SNL. I need to watch that one. I've seen bits and pieces.
It's so funny.
But not fully, Colin.
It's like, it's either your humor or it isn't, though, you know?
Okay.
Like, some people hate it, but
Right.
I think it's hilarious.
I think my mom would hate that show.
Yeah, there are definitely some people I know where I'm like, I don't think you'd like it.
Right?
It's very stupid, but hilariously stupid.
You know what I like? Diamond Boxes, Lion Kings, Ronnie James, Michael, Bob, Kyle, and Nicholas. Kyle was ready. He said he calls out his own boxes, wants to, have his own fate in his own hands. And he wants box 5 in this case, Colin.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to wear my Flipadelphia shirt for you sometime, Tony.
Dumbest and funniest show you ever see, Kamen. He says, okay. That sounds, I'm intrigued enough, right?
Oh, yeah. It's worth a watch.
DeVito, 78?
He's old, man.
Man, he looks decent, though. I would have put him at, maybe 68, Colin, but 78. Good for
he's
him.
old.
He looks good.
The Penguin.
So, Ronnie, James, Michael, Bob, Kyle, and Nicholas. Let's go, guys. We got 10 clicks coming up. We got a diamond break coming up. Let's see if we got our first headliner in the diamonds, Colin. Yet to see a headliner in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Oh, my gosh. Both of the Flipadelphia.
Dayman, Nightman, these guys are saying.
Champion of the Sun.
Right?
The master of karate and friendship for everyone, Common.
Ooh, okay. We got James Strode in the NFC North. We got ourselves NFC South is Michael Bennett. Nicholas Beal in the NFC East. Michael Bennett, NFC West. Kyle Dissler, AFC North. Bob, AFC South. Michael, AFC East. And Ronnie in the AFC West. Lion Kings. We got ourselves box 5 of 30 coming up in our sick diamond series here. I'm not getting the score over there, Colin. What's that, 24-10, and the Bucs are within their own 10-yard line?
Yeah, I don't really understand the game plan.
Okay.
But it's working out.
You know what I understand?
What's that?
Something very, very simple in sports, in athletics. If you have this, you're usually pretty good. You can't teach it, Colin. Speed kills. The fastest player maybe in NFL history. It is the Tyreek Hill Flash Authentic AFC East. Have yourself a hit, Michael Bennett. You've got the cheetah, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek.
How about that, Colin? This helmet is absolutely beautiful. If he stays healthy, he might break Calvin Johnson's single-season receiving mark. Could be the first receiver to 2,000 yards in one season. He's on pace right now. Easily on pace, Tyreek Hill.
Beauty. Absolute beauty.
Never missed the Pro Bowl, Colin. Every single season in the Pro Bowl. Certainly going to be the case this year as well with the Tyreek Hill Flash Authentic.
Beauty, beauty, beauty.
So, very nice. Congrats on that one, Michael Bennett. Can you look into Bob's order number here?
Yes, sir.
So if he did in fact have 2, you can obviously give him a refund, Colin.
Robert Boulay.
Ooh, this is a great question, Tony Rosati. Look, it's tough. It is brutally tough. But he says start 1, bench 1, cut 1. JJ, Jamar Chase, and Tyreek. As much as it's tough to say this, I'm cutting Jamar Chase. That to me is the easiest of the hard decisions, and this is the ever old question in the break room, Colin, that, our break staff is divided. Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson for one season. I know Jetta's would be a better pick because he's younger, but for one season, can I say depends on my team, depends on my mood?
Yeah, that is what it literally comes down to, right?
I don't know. I'm starting to lean Tyreek. I really am. I was leaning Jefferson, but that's just an impossible decision. I'm cutting Chase. As great as Chase is, I gotta say, of those 3 guys, you gotta cut someone, right? What do you think?
It's tough, man.
Yeah,
really
right?
Tough.
All 3 are tough.
I mean, I guess I still think Jettis is the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Okay.
But just because of how much he's proved it day in and day out, I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill for one season, I think.
One season Tyreek Hill.
Such a difference maker and so fast. Literally.
Yeah, and Bob is right. Tyreek is faster, but Jefferson will go up and make catches that Hill can't make. Hill does actually go up and make some great catches too, but Jefferson, that catch against the Bills last year, enough said, really does depend on who you have on your team, right? If you already have a guy that can, outrun the defense, maybe you want the deep ball guy that will go up and get it. But like I said, it depends on the team.
Absolutely.
It's tough. It is very tough.
I went ahead and shot Bob a refund there.
Okay. So, Bob, that's taken care of. So, you got a spot or some money back potentially for another spot here in the breaks. Okay, the 940 order qualifies for the early wheel spin. All right, Bob's been here long enough. I trust him. If you refunded that one, Colin, go ahead and just give him one more in the early wheel spin.
Yes,
you can just
sir.
take the one that he's got here. Bob wouldn't pull that, so that works, Bob. We'll get you squared away. You'll be in the early wheel spin for sure. And whoever had the fourth spot, that would be Michael Bennett. We'll give him the 2 spots anyway, Colin.
Sounds good.
So it should actually be an odd number for the early wheel spin tonight.
When it's all said and done.
So Gridiron update, asks George. Well, actually, I'm going to give an update of the whole break page right now. Top to bottom rundown, Colin. But I will start with the Gridiron because George is asking. Also because it's the break we should get done, right? We have 8 of these left, George. 8 helmets left. We have 7 headliners left, 4 photoed headliners. Peyton Manning, Hydro Speed Flex with the blue visor. We got the J.J. Watt amp. We have the Calvin Johnson Authentic and the Micah Parsons Lunar Authentic. That is the 4 photo headliners, and then 3 secondary headliners: Randy Moss, Bo Jackson, Dick Butkus, 7 and 8 chance. Here's the Diamond Series quad box break. First headliner off the board here, Colin, was the Tyreek Hill Flash Authentic. The other headliners still remain: Lawrence Taylor, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, Trevor Lawrence, Jerome Bettis, Tony Romo, Jim Brown, Phillip Rivers, Travis Kelce, and Marshawn Lynch. That is 10 photoed headliners left in 27 boxes left. Then we add in the secondary headliners: Dawkins, Moon, Dickerson, Falcon, Hutchinson. That gives you a 15 and 27 chance. 15 and 27 chance, Colin. A really, really good odds. You get Bob's comments? If you could just respond to him in the chat when you get a second.
Yeah, I was going back through it. I think what actually happened, I already sent him the refund, but the 940 was a carryover order from live break number 2 in the early show. So that actually was the first break in Gridiron or Lion King 1. He had the 940.
Oh, so actually he shouldn't have gotten a refund?
Yeah, he actually shouldn't have gotten a refund.
Okay. All right, well, I guess can you deactivate the gift card? I mean, I'm all for giving Bob free money, but if it was actually corrected at our end.
Yeah, I mean, check it out, Bob. Make sure it's right. But I think that was the 4 p.m. for the 940.
Okay.
And then that ended up being the first break. You can actually go to it. It's
me right now?
Yeah, Lion King's number 1.
Yeah, let me show it off real quick. I'm doing it in the rundown, but let me show it off real quick here. Lion King number 1. Bob, that's your 940 order, sir. So there you go. You were in the first Lion King break. That was the second Lion King, just to clarify.
Yeah. So when he bought the spot, it was Lion King number 2, but it was Lion King number 2 in the early show.
Okay, so
and
that's
it became Lion King.
That's why he's looking at his order number. It says Lion King 2, but it was
right. So I was seeing Lion King 2, and I was like,
yeah,
it oversold or something.
All right. 6 to go in the Jersey Double. We're down to 16 boxes left. Still got Christian McCaffrey, O.J. Simpson, Michael Irvin, Joe Namath, Deion Sanders, the Oilers, 5 autograph jersey, and the J.J. Watt, Colin. A lot of great stuff available in there. We got Dick Butkus. You guys pull any of these yesterday? Butkus, Falk, Ramon Ra.
I don't think so.
I know we pulled actually the Falk we did pull. I think Amon Ra and Butkus are left as well.
Maybe we pulled Amon. I know we pulled Amon Ra on something.
Let's double check. From yesterday?
Amon Ra. Game day.
That was the Diamonds.
That was the old Diamond, though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so I think Amon Ra and then Butkus still left. So that gets us actually a 9 in 16 chance at a headliner in the jerseys. You're good, Bob. I think you can just deactivate the gift card, right, Colin?
Well, I don't think it's a gift card since it's a refund.
Oh, it's a refund?
Yeah, so he might just...
Oh, I guess he does owe us technically.
Yeah, but I mean...
Right?
I mean, he'll probably buy another spot.
That's okay, Bob.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It ended up being my fault anyway. I should
Right.
have checked to make sure it was today's show, so...
Right?
I think you're good.
You're good, Bob. Gridiron Monsters, like I was saying earlier, 8 boxes left. Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry, J.J. Watt, Micah Parsons, and then we still have the other 3 names. We have Butkus, Moss, and Jackson. So, a lot of good stuff available there. 8 to go in the triple. We got 8 to go in the trick-or-treat single. 4 left in the minis. 3 minis left. We have the Devin Witherspoon, DeMarcus Ware, and the Andre Johnson Eclipse mini available in the minis. So we got 4 to go in the 1 and 4. We got ourselves Kevin Durant Funko Pop. We got the Larry Bird. We got the Frank Thomas still left. The Hope Solo and the Justin Fields. 5 and 8 chance at a headliner in the 1 and 4. Diamond single, 3 spots left, $87 a spot. Once again, Colin, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, custom hydro flexes, speed flexes. Literally talking about the $1,000 value, give or take a little bit, of course, depending on where you look. That is only $87 a spot. 4 to go on the slab double. All the slab headliners left. Staubach, Young, Allen, Unitas, Peterson, Tua, Kelsey, and Dak Prescott. We got 6 to go in the mini helmets. We got ourselves 7 in the gridiron single, and then 7 in the slab single. So it is 9:27. Let's get these orders moving, Colin, right?
Let's go.
Break page was, quite frankly, on fire until about 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, cooled off a little bit. Let's pick it up if you guys want to keep the night going. Let's go.
Just for the record, I made that, and it hit the top of your water bottle and shot back out.
That's right. You're just not meant to make it.
Yeah, nothing can go in. It's nothing I'm doing.
So let me put this in the chat. What would you guys like to buy next?
Run it back, Ronnie.
I changed my mind. Bob is the stand-up guy, says Tony. I know.
Yeah,
You're messing.
I know he didn't. He wasn't trying to get away with anything.
No.
we know Bob better than that.
Yeah, Bob is a good guy. Absolutely a good guy. I'm trying to think if we could figure something out, but we're probably okay, Colin. My head's exploding. How do we do math?
I mean,
Right.
if it really matters, he could buy back a diamond spot and then I can restock it so it's like nothing happened. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, we could do that if you really want, Bob, but you've been a loyal customer 2.5 years. I would hate to make you do that.
Yeah, and it ended up being my mistake anyway.
Yeah,
I should have checked the showtime and made sure it was.
Well, we just assume Bob knows all, right? Even the great Bob makes a mistake. You're right, though. He would get a spot, then we would just put it back at 8, but whatever. So I know that too, says Tony. So absolutely.
We need happy hour breaks. We're past that, George.
Happy hour happened.
It came and went.
It came and went.
It'll be back tomorrow.
We have some action on that quad, Colin. 5 to go now on the quad, right?
Come on.
The gridiron quad. The Peyton Manning, the Calvin Johnson, J.J. Watt, Micah Parsons. There's 8 boxes left. Nobody wants a Manning. I know 3 guys want a Manning. Who's in that break right now?
We have Jeff, we have Ron, and we have James.
Okay.
Good group.
So each have 1 spot?
Each have 1.
So I think Tony Vinny's just enjoying his Brady's. Otherwise, he would be in the break room right now, because other than Tom Brady, he's a Lions fan. And we have the Calvin Johnson in gridiron, and we have the Calvin Johnson Hydro Flex in the diamonds. So, he's still in jail, says Ronnie.
He's still in
boy.
jail.
The Vin Man in jail.
Oh, no. Hashtag free my man.
That's too bad. Out in February, says Ronnie. Okay. Good to know.
Right in time for the Super Bowl?
When he was in the chat, talking about our new studio last week, then he was doing that from jail.
Yeah,
He got a phone. Maybe it was TV time, and these days they can pull up computers and stream on the TVs.
I don't see why not.
So he was actually commenting about our stream from jail.
But the Bucks fending off the 76ers, 39 points from Damian Lillard. 17 of 17 from the free throw line.
Oh my! One by one?
Yeah, they won by 1.
Who made the clutch shot? I actually had this on
Lillard had a big shot, and then he went to the free throw line late too. But,
that's my championship pick this year, Colin.
He's only 4-12 from 3, but
that's okay. If you make all 17 free throws,
he made
that's
all 17
pretty good.
free throws. Yeah, that's what
he also made most of his 2-point shots too. So Dame time on display tonight. There was no James Harden in this game tonight. He did not play for the Sixers, Colin.
He might never play for him again.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey dropped 31 in a loss, though. He was balling out.
Hooper.
Break room theft with all those Brady pulls, says Ronnie. Tony says not claiming all his taxes, question mark. You can video chat in jail nowadays. Not that I would know, says Tony. Oh, okay.
Would you know, Tony?
Well, because he video chats with Vinny. That's why he knows. He was video chatting with Vinny from the prison. Just to be clear, no host or producer on our show believes Vinny's actually in prison.
Well, I'm just fine.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We do have some more breaks coming in. Bob got a spot in the Diamond. There you go, Bob Boulay.
Bobby B. From downtown.
Harden reported, but they said he would not play today, says William. Okay.
It's weird.
Weird.
A lot of weird.
It's a weird situation, and it's a situation that is not really going to get any less weird.
Right.
So, it was considered decent. I don't know about very, very good, but these days these guys do shoot better from 3. Sean St. Aaron also remember when shooting 33% from deep was considered very, very good.
Not anymore.
Italians get put in jail based off conspiracies all the time. All I'm going to say, says Tony, it's hashtag mafia conspiracies, Colin.
Oh, boy. That Rosati last name.
Rosati. Batani, right?
Batani, Rosati.
Right? That's the way it goes. So Ronnie and Bob jumping in the Diamonds. Are you not a fan of Peyton Manning, Ronnie? I'm surprised. Right? The Manning Hydro Flex. It's probably the best helmet in the room, Colin.
I think
with
so.
The blue visor. And there is a single, a quad, and a triple up in this. Maybe he just wants the Megatron. I mean, I do think the Megatron looks cooler, Colin. I only like the Manning better because I like Peyton Manning. And it's a bigger name for me, but I do think the Megatron is obviously insane looking as well. So Ronnie got arrested for driving while braking. I bet. I actually would not be surprised if someone did. These guys are on the road. They're watching the show. They're texting. I always tell them, do not text and drive. Maybe listen and drive. But the text and drive thing, I don't know.
I like to think he was doing his own break. And he's like, got his camera up and he's like, yeah, I'm trying to open the box while he's driving the car at the same time.
Okay.
Didn't work out.
Oh, okay. Well, Bob's got some instructions, Colin, I guess. I guess we will do that if that's what he wants. Bob is just too nice of a man, right?
He is a good guy.
He says, just bought a diamond spot. I guess change the number back to 8 and take spots 2 through 9 in the randomizer. Okay? If that's what the man wants, Colin, that's what the man does. It is going to be only 7 left, though, because Ronnie did get a spot in there, right, Colin?
He did get a spot in there.
All right, Insalaco. What a man of character, Bob Boulay. He did not have to do that, by the way.
No, and he does have his name in there, by the way. That 940 order is in the early chase.
Yes, perfect.
He is good. Because he was early.
He was early. Bob does not want what's not his? And Ronnie's mad because the break was closer now, right? Ronnie's mad. He's like,
dirty.
Come on, Bob. Oh, man. Sometimes when you're good, right? I know Bob doesn't believe in karma, but I do, and Bob might get some good karma, Colin.
That's what it's all about, right?
He might get some real good karma. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a timer on this thing, right? It's 9:36. The chase is the 1 and 4. So it does not look like we'll do a 1 and 4 here.
Not looking like it.
So we're going to do the early chase wheel spin at 9:45, Colin, unless there's some serious action in the breaks here. If we get moving, if we get within 1 or 2, I'll give them a little more time. Otherwise, the early chase wheel spin happening at 9:45, which means that 9:50 is the earliest we can go tonight. We'll see.
We will see.
So, as long as you're in, as long as you are win, doesn't matter what you do to get there. Break room ethics, says Ronnie. Okay.
Ronnie's got a more cutthroat approach.
By the way, this spot here, Colin, 5 to go in the quad. You get your name in ×4 for these quad box breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever gets the last spot here will be in the early chase wheel spin, right?
Right.
That would be fantastic. So who's getting it? Who wants to see this action? Definitely a little bit surprised, if I'm being honest. Just a little bit surprised here, Colin, that this break is not moving more. With the Peyton Manning out there.
Right.
So this quad is going to fill, right? 5 to go. In theory, we have the triple and we have the single, and those are the last 3 breaks. So there's actually a 50% chance the Manning helmet's in that quad. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, William, that is what it says. I know William is big on the fine print, big on our promises. I actually did not create the series. We have a guy who creates these series, and he puts in these listings and says those who win a prize will have their prize revealed once the series is completed. Not once the monsters are completed. We take a lot of pride in here, Colin, in doing it the right way, doing it the way we said it at the beginning of the series. I said this is how we'll do it. We'll have to wait to see the Larry Fitz once we get the series completed.
I mean, it shouldn't take that long.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But if we don't get moving quickly, it might be tomorrow. Could be Saturday. We will find out. So, I mean, look, that's what it says in the listing, Colin. That's what I said at the beginning of the series. I don't see why I should change it now, personally. So, there you go.
Rosati would have been a capo and John Gotti crowd.
I believe it. Italians do want what's not theirs, says Tony. All that I'm taking away from this right now is that I really want Italian food, Colin.
I do love Italian food.
Right?
I haven't had Italian in a hot minute.
Well, I actually just had pasta for dinner tonight. But it was not great pasta, if I'm being honest.
All right. Did you have to pay for it? Like from your mom, I'm saying?
No, it was leftovers that my girlfriend had made, and technically, we split the grocery bill, so technically I kind of paid for it,
sure,
but
yeah.
not like, extensive amount of money. I want Mill, says Ronnie. George had pizza tonight. You're making me jealous, George. Pizza always hits the right spot. Bob says poker night tomorrow. Okay, Bob, enjoy. I guess I won't see Bob till Sunday. You won't see him till Wednesday. All right, Bob. Hopefully he wins at poker and comes back into the break room and gets it moving.
Ooh, I like the sound of that, Tony.
Yeah. It is a split grocery bill, Ronnie, but it's actually proportioned more in my way.
Come on, Kramer.
I do pay a little bit higher split, but anyway, we're not getting into that right now. So I know Ronnie pays for everything in his household. He's the man of the money. He pays for everything, right?
The man with the money.
The wife says, Ronnie, you pay all the bills. You pay everything. You get me my nice diamond necklaces, my diamond rings in the Ronnie household. Everything 100% by Ronnie. There's no 60-40 split. There's no 50-50. It is 100% Ronnie buys everything. His wife has it made, Colin.
Yeah, right?
Got it made.
Is that pasta with cheese curds?
Ooh, that sounds great.
Is that?
Tony says, come on up to Minnesota and my whole family will welcome you to dinner of Rio pasta. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I will take you up on that, Tony, but I might wait till the summer.
Puerto Rican lasagna. I think maybe Steven might know something about that. His wife's Puerto Rican, right?
Puerto Rican lasagna?
Yeah, it's from George.
So what, wait, say that again. What's so special about it?
I don't know. George said, have you had Puerto Rican lasagna?
I haven't.
Steven might know since
his wife is Puerto Rican.
Hey, now you're catching.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Steven, what does Puerto Rican lasagna taste like, brother?
You have caught up. Yeah, it's plantains instead of pasta.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
I'm starting to get frustrated.
Tony says, me too, Ronnie. My wife stays at home with our 4 kids and I make the money. Millennials have it backwards, Tony says, Ronnie. Okay.
Millennials have
Okay,
it
well, look, man. Every family has got their own way. I'm a firm believer there is no absolutes. There's no right or wrong. As long as everybody's happy, right?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I kind of just go to the soup station and take the crackers. And that's how I eat usually.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Bill's looking good, Colin, to cover here.
Yeah, they are. Can they throw the ball a little more to...
Well, they just did. Stephon Diggs.
Run forever. Everyone's been like 1 yard.
I think that was like nothing. George says my wife is Puerto Rican. Ooh.
Oh, you and Steven got some things in common.
I got some things in common.
You should ask him about Puerto Rican lasagna.
That sounds really good, Colin. I'm not gonna lie. I want some Puerto Rican lasagna.
I don't know.
We got to make Steven. Well, actually, no. I take that back. I was gonna say we got to have Steven ask his wife to make it, and which is not a bad idea. Maybe give it a few weeks though with the new baby.
Yeah, I don't think she's interested in.
She's probably a little bit busy at the moment.
I don't think she's interested in cooking for us.
Right?
At least not right now. Come on. I don't really like plantains though, if I'm being honest.
You don't like what?
Plantains.
They're okay. So the pasta that I have is actually chickpea pasta, which I don't recommend, to be honest.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
It's
great.
something different.
Oh, I need it. Smack.
Tony says, don't get me wrong, if my wife was making bank, I'd be Mr. Clean, but having a CTO and hazmat in today's world to make enough money to put the millennials to shame. Good job, Tony! Good job, Tony. Put them to shame.
Put them to shame.
Are we going to put these breaks to shame, Colin?
Or it's going to be a shame if we don't.
Right? Gosh. I mean, let's see. What could happen this show? Let's play the what's most likely game here. I would say the slab double, 4 spots to go. All the headliners out there, Colin. Staubach, Young, Allen, Unitas, Peterson, Tua, Kelsey, and Prescott. AFC East gets you Allen and Tua. NFC East gets you Prescott and Staubach. That's possible. 4 to go. The 1 in 4 is 4 left. It is the chase today. I think this is probably our best bet, though, right? The quad has 5 left. Peyton Manning, Hydroflex, Micah Parsons, J.J. Watt. I mean, Manning is the most MVPs of all time. 5 of them, 55 passing touchdowns, the most in a single season. J.J. Watt, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. That is tied for the most ever. That quad box break, by the way, AFC South gets you Manning and Watt. Micah Parsons, obviously one of the best defensive players in the league, and then Calvin Johnson, available on the Authentic. Moss, Jackson, and Butkus. How about the NFC North, Colin? Butkus, Moss, and Calvin Johnson all in the same break.
It's craziness.
Crazy good odds there. So up to you guys what you want to do. Definitely got to get these orders moving if you want to get it done tonight. Honestly, I'm shocked. I really thought that quad would be full by now. I kind of thought the series would be gone by now, Colin.
Right.
Really.
A little weird.
So, kids don't know how to work, says Tony. Making sure my kids know how to make money, says. Okay, Tony. Raise them right? And Darrow's asking what part of Minnesota he's from. Northern Minnesota, Iron Range, Iron One mining country, says Tony. So they come in 3 days a week and roll out of 2. It's crazy, says Ronnie. All right. Well, again, each family is different. Full disclosure, I probably shouldn't say this, but in my family, Colin, my mom makes more money than my dad. That's just the way it is.
Who knows? I mean,
right?
Look at these, like, sometimes you got, like, weird YouTube families where the kids are making the money because they have successful YouTube channels.
Right?
I'm telling you, things are weird.
Successful YouTube channels like Ultimate Autographs, right?
Yeah, that's where we're making all our dollars.
Let's go. We are on the tube. We're streaming internationally, Colin. Every country can watch Ultimate Autographs, except for they might ban us. Well, actually, I don't want to say anything.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna stop.
Here we go.
What do you got? What's the weirdest place someone's watching right now? Does it show us?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's
The globe.
I think it's just people visiting the site, not necessarily watching.
Okay, from where? Where's
I
the?
don't think there's anybody outside the U.S.
At the moment.
There is. Who's this?
Who's that?
Who's that?
Where's that?
That's some random island. Where is that?
Where is
I
that?
can't even hover over it.
Let us know.
Can I zoom in? Here we go. Who are you? Tell me.
It's not telling us.
It's not saying. What is this island?
Well, we just had recently someone from Australia watching.
Yeah, we had France. I've seen. Oh, it's Hawaii. We got somebody visiting the site from Hawaii.
Hawaii. What's up, Hawaii?
That is probably the weirdest one right now.
So George says, Tony, when I come visit Minnesota, I'll look you up.
France, Croatia. I've seen people visiting the site from.
You're not being streamed in Pyongyang, says Bob. Yeah, probably not.
I have no idea where that is.
Tony says, trust me, there's nothing wrong with the mom making more money at all, as long as a family is straight, right? As long as everything is good in the family.
As long as everybody understands the dynamic and they're cool with it.
Right.
Oh yeah, we're not streaming there probably.
That's what I was going to say earlier. I was going to North Korea probably ban our stream. I was like, should I say that? But you know what? Since they're not watching it,
Would we let
We're
Kim
probably
Jong-un
safe.
win some breaks if he was in here?
look, if he got his spots, right?
Can you ship to North Korea?
He can win a Dennis Rodman.
If I wrote him a letter, could he get it? I feel like he wouldn't get it.
I feel like we would ship to North Korea.
Does he get fan mail?
I don't know. Yeah, we did have a lot of Hawaii people who were breaking for a while.
Yeah, maybe they're listening in for a minute,
Maybe.
or at least being like, "Do I buy in now?" They absolutely should, at least to the diamonds and to that gridiron.
I'm shocked, Colin. 8 boxes left. This might be the first time in the history of Ultimate Autographs when there's 8 boxes left, 4 photoed headliners in a high-end series, 7 headliners in all, including a Peyton Manning at you, Colin. And no one's jumping in here late in the night. The Gridiron Monsters, hashtag shocking.
Insubordinate and churlish.
Dennis Rodman, Kim Jong-un's favorite American, can hand carry UA stuff to North Korea. That's true.
Yeah, so we just give it to Dennis and let him take care of it.
That works.
No, they would never know. They wouldn't even get it, Tony. I don't think it would ever make it to him. Kim Jong-un would put it up on his shelf.
They could know. You never know, Colin.
You think mail's getting into those?
It's just possible.
Way. There's no way he
I
can
don't
ship someone
know.
a box
I
in
don't
North
know.
Korea.
Well,
Only one way to find out, Tony. You got to do it.
you go to
and
North.
report back.
No, or you could just go there. We'll try to ship it to you, Tony.
Can't go there.
Tony
Bad
might.
idea.
Tony might get in.
Worse idea.
I mean, Dennis Rodman got in, right?
Only Dennis Rodman, Bob. Correction. One thing gets into North
Nothing
Korea.
gets into North Korea, said Bob.
Except
All right.
Dennis Rodman.
All right, so we're probably not gonna send something to North Korea,
I don't think so. And you
So-
know what? You don't have to worry about offending them because they're not even watching.
right?
They can't watch.
Tony says my grandfather, who I changed my name after, was initially Vikings, Twins, North Stars season ticket holders. Ooh,
Nice.
that's cool.
It's very cool.
I actually, although I guess I can't do it with our jobs, Colin, because we work a lot of nights. But I would love to one day be a season ticket holder for somebody, right? That'd be fun.
Sick, yeah.
That'd be very fun.
Oh.
Tony says, Tony, the man who gets into North Korea and makes everything okay. Everybody needs a hero, right, Colin?
They're going to make movies about him.
Yeah, Ron jumped in. He says enough's enough.
Oh, wow.
He's had enough, Colin. He wants the quad box break, and he wants it now.
Okay, Ron, I see you.
All right, Ron.
Honestly, with a Manning still out there, that might not be the worst move.
Right? I mean, if he wins the whole quad, including the Manning, all of a sudden that order doesn't look so crazy, right?
No, not at all.
And like I say, if Ron really wants Manning, that helmet is, like I say, over $1,000 value. but it could be priceless. So four numbers, excuse me. Drop me 4 box numbers. We got ourselves, Colin, 212, 16, 20 to 22, 25, and 26 left in the Gridiron Quad number 3. So Jeff has 1, Ron has 6, and James has 1.
It only takes 1.
So he wants 16. 16 is good. 3 more. 3 more box numbers. Tell you what, if the Manning doesn't go here, we're probably going to clear out the series in the next 20 minutes.
No question, yeah.
Cool. So 3 more numbers. It is 4 box numbers that I need. I did correct myself there, Ron. It is a quad box break, as you know. 26 from Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Let's see Manning and Moss, says Sean. That'd be nice.
16, 26. Okay. Got the 6s covered. I like it.
Okay. 2 more, guys. That is Jeff, Ron, or James. Quadruple the boxes, Colin. Quadruple the fun here in the break room.
Oh, I'm going to start walking that way.
I guess you might as well get some of them, right? You can actually take some of these boxes here, too. We have a lot of boxes over here. A lot of them are empty. All right, those are the headliners.
What happened to this one?
Bill Romanowski got flipped backwards. Ronnie says, Ron, any love for the Diamonds? All the headliners out there, minus the Cheetah. Diamonds are great. Colin box 2 as well. Thank you, Ron.
Okay, we're getting there.
And then 25.
2, 16, 25, and 26.
Yep. So there's just 12, 20, 21, and 22 left for our last 4 in the series. Cool.
Tyreek could probably go, right?
I kind of like Tyreek right now. I would say Vaughn would go. You know, the young crowd, they love their offense, Colin.
Well, if we're being honest, they're probably both going to go.
Right? Yeah, I know the Henry and the Gronk are staying. Those are safe. We'll see. We'll see. Right, if it's the Manning. Yeah, we'll leave that one up for now. So Skull Baby says Tony, of course. He is Skull Nation all day, every day here, Colin. So Jeff, Ron, James, and Ron in here. Diamond action coming up here, or rather gridiron action coming up. This should be fun here, Colin. This should be a fun quad box break. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ron's got the AFC South. If it's the Peyton Manning, it's his. If it's the J.J. Watt, it's his. He's got the NFC North too, Calvin Johnson. He's got the Randy Moss spot, the Butkus spot as well. We do have Jeff in the NFC South. James looking for a Steeler in the AFC North. So good luck, guys. Let's see some heat. Gridiron quad box break. All right, 4 boxes coming up. Now get started with box 2 here. Do we have the Manning Hydro Authentic in here? It's a 1 in 8 chance in this box. Peyton Manning still out there lurking. Ooh, we got ourselves a clean Lunar Authentic. Oh my God. No way. It's a snipe. NFL's all-time tackle leader, 13-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, former Super Bowl MVP, the most official tackles ever. It's Ray Lewis on the Lunar Authentic. This is going to the AFC North. It is the Steeler fan, James Strode, taking home the Ray Lewis. All right, James. Nice get there, sir. And that's a bad beat for Ron, but Like I said, Ron, you do have all the headliner spots. If a headliner comes out, it is going home to you, sir. So I think this is the last helmet that we don't know about, by the way. If I am doing my reading correctly, I think we have still left Bo Jackson, Randy Moss, Dick Butkus, and then the 4 photoed headliners in the last 7 boxes, including Peyton Manning, J.J. Watt, Micah Parsons, and Calvin Johnson. Right? What all Steeler fans want, LOL? I'll say this, James. A win is always better than a loss, sir. This could be a good trade bait. You can sell this bad boy if you don't want Ray Lewis at your house. I would say definitely better than taking an L, that's for sure. And I'll put this Ray Lewis away. And we got 3 more boxes coming up here in our gridiron. So there's going to be a guaranteed photoed headliner left no matter what after this break, because there's 3 helmets left and we have 4 photoed headliners left. Congrats, James, says Ron. Ever classy Ron, even in defeat. I will say a fan of great NFL players has to appreciate that, says Tony. I second that, Tony. Definitely gotta appreciate Ray Lewis. All right. Full-size rep helmet coming up next. Bo Jackson on the Raider full-size replica. This bad boy sparkles, Colin. Bo Jackson. He's a former MLB All-Star, NFL Pro Bowler. A very clean lid. AFC West. Congratulations, Ron. You've got the Bo Jackson, sir. All right, Bo knows.
Yeah, he does.
There's 6 boxes left in the series, Colin. 6 headliners left. 4 photoed headliners left, which are all authentics, by the way. I mean, look, if the Manning's not in this one, you might want to consider getting your spots now, right?
I think so, yeah.
I guess you're playing with fire here as to whether Manning is here or not. With 6 boxes left, there's now a 1 in 6 chance at Peyton Manning.
Baby. Oh,
It's a fun series, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely fun series tonight. And there's still Randy Moss as a secondary headliner name. Alright, box 25 is next. 25 of 30 in the Gridiron series. This one I think is authentic, Colin. Thinking authentic here.
Alright.
Ooh. This is nice. This is nice. The single season receiving yard record holder. It's Megatron.
Oh, yeah.
Calvin Johnson.
Ron.
That's the NFC North. That's Ron. You've got the Megatron, sir. Megatron for Ron. It just makes sense, Colin. One of the best receivers of all time. We always talk this, talent-wise, 1 game, 1 season, maybe a top 2 or 3 guy talent-wise NFL history.
Yeah, I'd say so.
No one's ever had more receiving yards in a season than Calvin Johnson.
He's a dog.
So, great hit, Ron.
Old school lid, too.
Yeah, it's nice. I like the Lion old school lid. This is clean, as they say here. Very, very clean on the Megatron. All right, Ron. 1 more to go. The question is it Peyton Manning for you, sir? What a get on Calvin Johnson.
Great get.
So there's 5 boxes left, Colin. We have 3 authentic headliners left. Manning, Watt, and Parsons. And we still have Dick Butkus and Randy Moss in the listing. There's actually a couple NFC North headliners as well.
Let's go.
Awesome, says Michael. Jeff likes it. Congrats, Ron, says Michael. And there's an even better Calvin Johnson available in the Diamond Break. I'm in an NFC group on Facebook. I've been hearing all week about how the Packers are beating the Vikings on Sunday. I want to hear everyone's opinion on this live. Who wins on Sunday? Minnesota's underdogs. I actually give a slight edge to the Vikings. They're playing great ball. They've won a couple in a row. The Packers look, pretty bad. It is a toss-up, Colin. It could go either way. I think I'm picking Minnesota, though, personally.
Yep, I got the Vikings in my pick'em.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Oh, that would have been big for the parlay.
Well, what's that?
Mike Evans almost caught a long touchdown. Would have gotten him his yards.
All right, Colin. Let's put this Megatron somewhere. Keep it around.
Where?
I guess Peterson, Sorry. Tony's going to get mad at me. But that's that. You got to make decisions at some point, right?
Yeah, well, it's getting tough.
It's getting tough. I don't think there's any NFC South left, Jeff, in this break. With so few boxes left, unfortunately, you might be out of luck in this break. We got ourselves 26. The last one here in the quad box break. Do we have the Peyton Manning Hydro Flex? It's definitely authentic, Colin.
Uh-oh.
Definitely authentic. It's a great helmet. Lunar authentic. One of the best defensive players in the league. Double-digit sacks both seasons so far. Looking for 3 straight. The Pro Bowler, Micah Parsons. That is Ron in the NFC East. Congrats on the Micah. Nah, I'm not man, says Tony. Do what you got to do. AP's a common sig. Yeah, we do get him a lot in the break room. So clean get right there. Bam, says Jeff. Love it, says Ron. What's your squad, Ron? What team do you like, sir? Awesome get on the Micah Parsons.
I'd say.
So, by the way, 4 boxes left. Manning, J.J. Watt left. So it's now a 1 in 4 chance the next box is the Hydro Peyton Manning, Colin.
Yeah, guaranteed headliner in that triple.
Right? And still, again, secondary headliners. We got Randy Moss and Dick Butkus. So there's 2 NFC North and 2 AFC South left in here. Ronnie asks, am I in the single gridiron? Good question. 1 spot taken in there, Colin, right?
I think it's Ron.
Ron Bloxham or Ron Richards?
I think it's Ron Richards.
Yeah, you're not in there, Ronnie. Plenty of time to get in, though. Snag that Manning for $93, Colin. What do you say?
I don't know. That seems like the logical choice to me. But...
Right? No doubt. No doubt.
But yeah, Ronnie, let me know on an order number if you think you're in there. I'll check for you.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I have right now.
Terrible, Colin. So, just the rundown, guys. Now, let's get the single, let's get the triple done. Let's see the Peyton Manning, right? Now this got to be chased. We got to end this tonight, Colin.
Oh, there we go. There's the yards.
Touchdown, Stephon Diggs?
No,
Mike, I'm going to lose my bet.
Maybe not.
Go figure. Yeah, -10? -9.5, sorry.
Oh my god. That bounced off his helmet. That was crazy.
Mike Evans. Figures. I don't know if I told you guys, says Ronnie, but I do a notebook every season with my kids and we pick winners every game every week. My 4-year-old daughter, who doesn't know what football is winning so far. You did tell us that. That does not surprise me one bit.
That's fantastic.
She picked the Bears because they're cute, and she was the only one who was right that week. There you go.
She's a genius.
We also have a pick'em thing here in UA where we do it based off confidence points. I'm actually currently in 3rd place. I've been in 2nd the whole year. Alex in 1st place all year. Although, Colin, I think you're in like 4th or 5th. But I think you're like 2nd best record, but you're really bad at confidence picks,
yeah,
right?
My confidence are all off.
They're always off.
I think I'm like 1 behind Alex or something percentage-wise, but...
Like with picks.
Yeah, but in 4th place.
Alex has been up the whole year, though. He's been mighty impressive, Alex Tellez.
To say the least.
So, yeah, Fantasy Squad. Actually, I got to pull it up. Honestly, Ronnie, we've been busy. Let me see if I can pull up the UA Fantasy Squad. We're not doing great right now. We're on a losing streak. I'm not logged into this email, actually. Let me check my own personal email here, or my own Yahoo. Ronnie's on a winning streak. Let's see here. What place are we in, Ronnie? The UA fantasy team down to 9th, Colin. 3 and 4. No. We are tied for 6th. We're actually one spot back of the playoff spot in 4th, but our tiebreaker points are kind of low. Ronnie's in 3rd at 5 and 2 right now.
What a turnaround.
So, there you go. My personal fantasy team, I think, is in... Am I in 1st or 2nd? Let me see. 2nd place in my fantasy league, Colin. I'm only... oh, God, that's close. I'm only, like, 30 points away from being 1st, because I'm tied for 1st, but he's got, like, 30 more points. So, plenty of time still left in the UA Fantasy League, to be sure. Yeah, we did get the new studio. I haven't had a chance to log into that account on the new studio. 5 to go in that single box break in the Gridiron Monster series. Ronnie says, as long as I beat your squad when we play, I will rest easy. That's our Super Bowl column, too. Which, by the way, if Ronnie loses to us, he's getting catering Taco Bell for the whole crew here.
Oh, wow.
That includes Annette, Matt. We're going to get like 200 tacos or something.
Did you just make that up, or did you agree to this?
I keep saying this on the air, and he doesn't say anything. So I haven't heard a no. Until I hear a no, I'm just going to go with it, okay?
All right, sounds good. 1 to go in that single now.
All right. Oh, he says, including Annette. Okay, so there it is. He's getting her some tacos.
Him and Annette.
Annette's the heart and soul of UA.
Mm-hmm.
She is no doubt the UA GOAT. I'm pretty sure she's the only female employee inside our main office, Colin. And she is the GOAT here at UA. No disputes here. That's for sure, Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
How many left in the triple box? Believe it or not, they're all left, Ron. I think a lot of guys are looking to play the single and see if the Manning's in the single, because that's one spot away. If the Manning doesn't go in the single, then the triple is going to fill up pretty quickly.
I would think. Right?
My advice, Colin, is get the spots in the triple now, because math-wise, the Manning is likely in the triple, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the math says, at least. But we'll find out. I mean, we'll know shortly here based on the single. And I do get it. If we pull the Manning in the single, maybe we can do a double in a single, or maybe just do singles to close it out. We may consider taking that triple down, but with the Manning out there, we'll leave the triple up for now.
Yeah, especially in a double-up opportunity with that J.J. Watt still out there.
Right? Well, we're about to find out, because the single is closed. So, Gridiron, single number 3. Go ahead and drop me a box number here. Yeah, this is going to tell us a lot. By the way, it's still J.J. Watt. There's a Randy Moss and a Dick Butkus left, Colin, as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of goodies here in the break room. Now, there's no way I'm going to win that bet. I have the backdoor cover, Colin. It gets you every time. Unless there's the Bills touchdown here late. I don't think anyone had 24-18, did they?
I don't think so. Mine was kind of close. I had 2017.
You are close, yeah.
A few more points than I originally thought.
Michael Bennett says box 20. Thank you, Michael.
20.
20 it is.
20.
Bob at 26-7. He did have 26-17.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Bob was close. It is unfortunately impossible, Colin, though. 26-17. Not possible here.
Es imposible?
So, Bob, I think you'll win the 5th, says Ronnie. We'll see if we'll find out tonight or not, right?
We might see the world's longest safety, and Bob could do it.
Right? Oh, no, it's not. He had 26-17.
Oh, 17. Yeah, no, it is impossible.
No, it is impossible.
It is literally impossible.
Unless we subtract points somehow.
Yeah, stat correction.
Ronnie's calling for Bob to win the Fitz. Okay, well, he's got a 1 in 5 chance. The question is, are we finding out tonight, Colin?
Right? One break left, currently.
Right? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so I guess it's pretty much, I mean, we're not hiding it. It's AFC South and NFC North.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And that's, Ron's got both, so he's going to get something here. What do we got here?
Questions.
Michael Bennett saying you bought 2 spots. All right, can you double check real quick, Colin? I did randomize. We'll double check here. I do want to make sure with, let's see, Michael Bennett. I do see 2 spots for Michael, Colin.
I don't think that's the right. That might be the wrong list.
Yeah, do you have the wrong list in here?
Yeah, because James Strode should have a spot.
All right, so the right list is corrected here. All right, hold on. So that was actually guys who weren't even in that break then, right? That I randomized?
Yeah, I'm guessing it was from the old list, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so you did get a spot, James Strode. This is the proper list. Guys, we did have the wrong list, so obviously, the breaks that were just randomized, it's not the right guys. So this will be the proper randomization. 10 times coming up here. That was from the quad, says Ron. All right, so it was the wrong list. We got the right list now here in the single. So 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so Michael Bennett's got the NFC North. Well, James Strode, you are in the AFC South, sir. After he said no chance. There's always a chance, Colin. And he's got the AFC South. Michael, NFC North, which is potentially a winning division with the Butkus and Moss. And then James has the Manning or J.J. Watt spot. So he counted himself out too early, Colin.
Can never do that.
Never. It is dangerous. It is very, very dangerous to do that to yourself. Oh.
Whoa.
My goodness.
We're attacking things.
Well, it's a big hit. This guy delivered plenty of big hits. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey.
The sick amp helmet, J.J. Watt.
That's nice.
So, James Strode, you got the AFC South. You got a headliner. It's not the Manning, but it is the J.J. Watt. That is JSA certified. Congratulations, James Strode. He is one of the best guys in football and sports history. Great attitude, great person, great helmet. Congratulations, James, on the J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt. Great hit. Love the amp.
The amp. This is absolutely clean.
Clean.
Love it. Thanks. That's up to you guys, Ronnie. What do you guys, the customers, want? We'll leave the triple up, or we can do a single and a double. It's whatever the majority of customers want.
I mean, I'm just going to say, the triple is going to be a Peyton Manning and then a guaranteed double up in the NFC North,
So
right?
if you get 2 spots, yeah. Love the amp lid, says Tony. Yeah, look, if no one says something, Colin, we're keeping the triple because there's 3 headliners in there, right? It's the Manning Hydro Flex, and then it's the Randy Moss and Dick Butkus. And it's actually a matter of, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it really badly, the triple means the Manning is guaranteed in the triple. So there you go. William says, James, is that J.J. Watt available? I am hesitant to take down a triple box break when it's 3 guaranteed headliners, Colin. But if that's what the guys want, just let me know. If no one says something, we'll leave the triple up. If you are really hunting Manning, though, it's probably in your best interest to leave the triple because you know what's in there, right?
Guaranteed, right?
It's guaranteed. Do we know if Moss is a Vikings lid?
Good question.
That's a great question. Let me double check. That list was sent to me when the series dropped. I think it's a Vikings lid, but I hadn't even thought about that if it's a Patriot lid, right? I guess we've never had him on a Raider lid.
I doubt it's a Raider lid, but
So
I guess you never know.
Randy Moss in this series. That's a Viking, Colin. It is a Viking Randy Moss.
I think we're going to do the triple.
Is it closed out?
I think George just won everything.
George took the whole break?
I think George just took the whole break.
Well, look, it makes sense for him because he wants Randy Moss as a Viking fan, and he wants Peyton Manning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that works.
Hey, it's what you want. Go get
right?
it, right?
Like I said, I know sometimes guys get so caught up in value. How much is this worth? You know, how can I win my money? All this and that. But if you really want something, if you want that for the PC, you know, get it, right?
I don't
get
see why
it.
not.
And if you're going to buy out a whole break, that's the time to do it when there's a sick guaranteed headliner available in there.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, nice job, George. Ronnie says, cool piece, fellas. All right, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
We'll see you soon. And then we are going to see who wins the Larry Fitz as well, Colin.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Yeah, not a bad purchase at all, really.
So I'll keep this JJ next to me. We can revisit after the show, Colin. I mean, I will say for sure all the custom lids are going in there. We'll see what else we may or may not do.
I mean, we're going to need some room here in a minute.
Right?
Regardless.
I was going to say, we probably can, just because we'll do the Calvin Hydro, that could be one that we skip just because it will have a cooler one coming up in the next few days. But
Sure.
We got decisions. It's always a good problem to have when there's decisions for the hit video. I would say for sure the Henry and the Gronk, though, no question.
Right.
And, of course, the Manning. So well done,
coming.
George. Good purchase, says James Strode. All right, let's do it.
It's go time.
It's go time. It's Manning time. It's George time here in the break room, Colin.
It's George's time.
George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree.
The only question is what box is he in?
Right? Well, now we got 12, 21, and 22. I'll get you started here, George, with the Sammy Sosa box first. 21 of 30 in the Gridiron Monsters. This one is not the Manning, it's a full-size rep. And this is the Randy Moss. Randy Moss flash replica with the Hall of Fame 18 inscription. This is absolutely beautiful. This is nuts right there. The Larry is coming out. Yes, Michael Bennett. The series is closed out. We will do the drawing for the Larry Fitz and everything else once we get these 3 boxes cleared out. Yes, coming out tonight. Yes, sir. And actually, you know what? The more I think about it, Colin, I kind of want to do the 4 custom lids for the hit video because we are doing the Larry Fitz, actually.
That's true.
That might be a good hit video.
See you, Tyreek.
Second all-time in receiving touchdowns. Randy Moss, an absolute beast. George is a Viking fan, which again, get caught up in values, all the above. But if you like a guy, you know a guy's in there, go and get him, right?
Yeah. What a play.
So good get there, George. The Bucks could win the game outright, Colin.
8 seconds.
There's 8 seconds left. Okay.
They're gonna have to have a miracle.
Okay. Where are they at?
Like the 35, I think. Maybe?
They're 35.
They're
or?
on 35. Yeah.
I don't know. Because can Baker throw it that far? I doubt it.
I mean, they got 8 seconds, so they don't need to do it right now.
Okay.
They could do a 15, 20 yard out.
All right. Good get, George, on the Randy Moss, sir.
52-48 Phoenix at halftime.
Ooh.
15 for KD with 5 boards.
It's pretty good.
Not bad.
He is pretty good. Actually, wasn't great the first game. It was Devin Booker. That was the big star.
Man, I'm just going to miss this because of Diggs yards.
You are?
I think so. I think he's just a
Bummer.
little shy.
All right. Authentic coming up here in the Gridiron Monsters.
10 yards short.
Is this the Manning or the Butkus here, Colin?
That's the question.
It's going to be a great name no matter what. It's going to be a George win no matter what. Ooh, it's nice. It's the late great The great Dick Butkus lid, JSA certified. This is nice. What does this inscription say? Can you read this?
The what? What was his
It's
nickname?
with E something. Let's look up some Butkus nicknames. We are drawing for the Larry Fitz. Yes, sir. We are doing right after we pull the Manning helmet. We are drawing for Larry Fitz. Obviously, one of the all-time greats, Dick Butkus, did pass away recently. An absolute beast of a linebacker.
The Enforcer, probably.
The Enforcer. 8-time Pro Bowler. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Pro and College Football Hall of Famer. That is the great Dick Butkus.
Boy, he got it there.
What happened?
He got it there.
He got it there?
Yeah, it didn't matter.
All right, Big Show. I didn't know his arm was that good, Colin.
Yeah, that was like a perfect Hail Mary, honestly.
Okay.
For what it's worth.
No, Buffalo hangs on. Good get, George, with the Dick Butkus, sir.
That'll do.
All right. Tony says, cannot believe the disrespect for the minis. Houston headliners don't come around too often, right? I think the guy just wants to see the mini. He wants to get that Andre Johnson.
Gosh darn it.
I think it's more so, Tony, that, you know, Colin and I, you have done this long enough too, Colin, that when there's a big chase, a big series in the room, all the other series get left behind, right?
Right.
You guys had that last night in the Diamonds. We certainly have that tonight in the Gridiron series.
I had a feeling that might happen.
Right? Now, what did I say? 15 or less. There's always a massive charge.
It's literally coming down to the last box.
The last box too. And save the best for last, right?
I think there's a little piece of George right now that's like, he's still in there, right?
Right? Now we got ourselves box 22. Let's just make sure. I was going to say he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. He wasn't that fast at escaping, though, Colin.
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is the Manning. I can already feel the blue visor. I can feel the heaviness. Sorry, Colin. This is even better in person. Hydro Speed Flex, the great Peyton Manning. You kidding me? The blue visor. It's a Speed Flex. And we got number 18 on the back, Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's got the Super Bowl on there. Now, this is incredible. 5-time NFL MVP, the most ever, Colin. Obviously, Peyton Manning is a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. He is, like I say, maybe the best regular season quarterback ever. 55 passing touchdowns. That record still stands.
That's a beauty.
Congrats, George, on your Peyton Manning. Mint says, Amanda, congrats. Congrats indeed. I know why George did this, by the way, because he already has a Tom Brady helmet. Now he's got a Peyton Manning helmet.
He's doubling down on goats.
He's doubling down on the goats. Congrats, says Nick. Congrats indeed on the Manning Hydro Speed Flex. Awesome, says George. Beautiful, says Sean. It is true beauty here in the UA Live break room, Colin. True beauty, baby. Yeah. Love it.
Good little break, man.
All right.
Dick Butkus authentic, Randy Moss rep, and of course the Peyton Manning is.
All right, let's find out now for our stickers here. You got your gift cards ready to go, Colin?
They're ready.
All right. So we'll start with James Strode here. James, you had Dracula, sir. Let's open up your envelope and see what your prize is here. Anywhere from a $50 gift card to a Larry Fitz Hydro Flex as the grand prize in here. Cool stuff, Colin. Oh, that's not the way to open it. I had no practice opening these envelopes.
If you had a knife, that'd be great.
I do have a knife. But I'm trying not to cut myself, and I thought that would just open.
Do it like that.
Rip this bad boy, Colin.
Let really Dracula know who's boss.
Dracula, you got nothing on me. Ah, bummer, James. This is the low prize, $50 gift card, but hey, it's still some money, right?
$50.
$50 to spend in the break room. Congratulations, James Strode. You had the Dracula right there. Now, there was your order number for James. He says, thanks, guys. You are welcome, James. Money you can spend in the break room for sure.
Already sent.
All right, next up is Michael Bennett. He's got a bonus prize right here with this werewolf, Colin.
Ow.
This is probably my pick for the Larry Fitz winner with how hot this guy's been in the break room.
I think it's Nosferatu.
Nosferatu's going to be?
That was my guess earlier.
All right, Nosferatu.
I have no idea, obviously.
Oh! Would you look at that? Congratulations, you won a Larry Fitz Hydro Speed Flex. Let's see this bad boy, Colin.
Wow.
Oh my God. Second all time in receiving yards. This is fantastic. Larry Fitz, Colin, with more career tackles than drop passes. This is obviously a speed flex, a guy who doesn't sign often. That makes the autograph more valuable. With the visor, the hydro, the speed flex. It's got the custom, hydro look at the bottom as well. It's got the Pat Tillman number 40. This thing is obviously worth more than $1,000. Congratulations, Michael Bennett with the Larry Fitz.
Nicely done.
Right on, sir, says Nick. Wowza, says George. Yeah, I mean, what's the best hit tonight? Is it the Fitz or the Manning?
Yeah, right. All of a sudden it got a little complicated.
I mean, I don't know, Colin. It's tough. I love both of these guys. Awesome hit, says Michael. Oh, yes, there we go. There we go indeed. Larry Fitzgerald.
Beauty.
So we got some gift cards coming up. This is Robert Boulay on your Monster Bob.
So who's getting $500? That's the next.
That's the next best one. More money to spend in the break room here coming up. All right, Robert Boulay. Guess where Larry Fitz is from, says Tony? Minnesota. He was a ball boy at Viking games as a kid. Tony Rosati. I know me and Tony both know that. Of course Tony knows it as a Viking fan. All right. Well, Robert Boulay. What'd I say? Karma comes around. $500 gift card. Let's go, Bobby B. That is the second prize in this series. Congrats, Bob, on the $500. Thank you, Kamen and Colin, says Michael. You are very welcome,
Got it,
sir.
brother.
Thank you so much for playing. As we always say, you can't win if you don't play, right, Colin?
That's what it comes down to.
That is the key to winning, actually playing in the break room.
It's tough to win if you don't.
This is the Nosferatu next for Anthony Morshi. Bob doesn't need that 500, says Tony. I'll take it. Did Bob say goodnight for the night? He said poker, right? Did he leave?
He did say poker. I don't know if he left.
He might be lurking somewhere. If not, he's going to be like, oh, makes sense. I got the $500 gift card, right?
Said my karma.
My karma is real, like Taylor Swift would say. Oh, I already ripped this one apart. But it's the third best prize, $250 gift card for Anthony Morshi. Let's go, Ant. Congratulations, sir. And that leaves us with the last prize, the money, which I think was at 100, 150. I guess we'll find out here in a second, Colin. Whatever it said on the listing. I think it said 150, right?
Who's it for?
The 250 was
No, this one.
Anthony Morshi. This is for Nicholas Line here. All right, Nicholas. This is proving way too hard to rip open, Colin. I am hashtag struggle bussing here. It's 100, so sorry about that. $100 gift card. Congratulations, Nicholas Line. You got $100 to spend here in the break room.
There's money for everybody. Everybody take some money.
Everybody take some money, courtesy of UA. Where you win great memorabilia or you take home bonus gift cards. Well, that was cool, Colin.
I'd say.
That was very cool. All right, I'll do a quick top-to-bottom rundown. Thank you, sir, says Nick. You are very welcome, sir. So I'll do a top-to-bottom rundown, and then if we're super close, I'll give you guys a little bit more time. Otherwise, Colin, we'll do the chase wheel spin after this. Congrats, everyone, says Sean. Right? Right on. Congrats, everybody. Tony says congrats, winners. I'd argue we're all winners tonight because we were here at UA to witness this, Colin, right? A lot of fun. All right, so Diamond Series. We've done, I think, 3 of these, right? 3 of these. There's 27 left. Lawrence Taylor, Calvin Johnson, Hydroflex, Barry Sanders, Custom, Hydroflex with the visor. Yeah, we'll check, William, what the new series will be tomorrow. I think we have a couple options, Colin, but we'll double check and get one up for you guys to replace this series.
Always good to have some options.
Yeah, and I know we have multiple options. That is the Barry Sanders Flex. Ron says, thanks for a great first experience. Congrats, Ron. You did work. So, Colin, we pulled the Tyreek Hill, and there's actually 10 photoed headliners left. All these helmets: Lawrence Taylor, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, Trevor Lawrence, Jerome Bettis, Tony Romo, Jim Brown, Phillip Rivers, Travis Kelce, and Marshawn Lynch. We got Dawkins, Moon, Dickerson, Falk, and Hutchinson. 15 and 27 chance at a headliner. Good night, folks. Thank you again, says Michael.
Good night, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
Congrats, dude.
Congrats indeed. Have we done a jersey break tonight? I know we did one in the early show.
Yeah, I think so. We did, let's see. Yeah, we did one.
So, a single, right?
Yep.
So, 15 left in the jerseys. Christian McCaffrey, O.J. Simpson, Michael Irvin, Joe Namath, Deion Sanders, the Oilers, 5 autographs, and the J.J. Watt still left. That is almost a 50% chance at a photoed headliner, 7 and 15. 8 to go in the single, 6 to go in the double, 4 left in the mini double box break. We still have the Devin Witherspoon, DeMarcus Ware, and we have the Andre Johnson Eclipse Mini in the mini helmets. 4 to go in the 1 and 4. You fight that crime, Michael Bennett. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Have to go back to fighting crime. KD is still left. We do have the Larry Bird, the Frank Thomas, the Justin Fields, and the Hope Solo. 5 and 8 chance at a headliner in the 1 and 4. 7 left in the Diamond Single. Probably the one break we may get done tonight is the Slab Double, Colin. 3 left: Staubach, Young, Allen, Unitas, Peterson, Tua, Kelsey, and Prescott. 6 to go in the mini single, and then 7 to go in the Slab Single. So it is 10:33. We are going to knock out the early chase wheel spin, and then the 1 and 4 wheel spin is closed unless someone gets it closed up here in the next few minutes. And I'll take it off, but in case someone does buy out the whole break, we'll honor that wheel spin, Colin. So, otherwise, guys, pretty busy night tonight. But, since 10:08, we had one order, George buying out that triple. So if no one gets in by the time we're done with this chase wheel spin, Colin, that could be the show tonight. Thanks, host, says George. You're very welcome, George.
Congrats, dude.
Big congrats. So, early chase wheel spin. Let's see here, Colin. Early entry chase wheel spin.
It's a biggin'.
It's a big one, yeah. We had a lot of folks in tonight. One of the busier shows lately. Hoping that picks up that trend. Are we over 30 boxes, Colin? We did about 20 or 19 of the monsters alone today.
We are at 23.
Is it 20 on the gridiron, right?
It could be, yeah. Let's see. That's all gridiron. There's 8. There's another...
I think
12, 20 on the gridiron.
I think we did 1 diamond, 1 jersey, and what else?
We did 2 diamonds and a jersey.
That's it, so...
And the rest was gridiron.
Have not been singing lately, Tony. We'll see. Not tonight. I will see. Although we didn't get to 30 anyway, though, right? So maybe I'll do that, Colin. Maybe I'll sing for 30 in the first 3 hours, but we're at 23. Kamen only sings for 275 or more boxes. Okay. Maybe we can set it at 75 on the day. That could be a good number. I don't know. You know how this break room is, Colin. It's been a little bit slower the last couple weeks, but all it takes is a couple of guys to get us to, 60, 70 box nights again. We did 50 last Friday, so you never know. All right, top name after 10 clicks gets a wheel spin here. Tony just wondering. You got some song requests, Tony? We'll see. I wouldn't mind singing, Colin, but we didn't hit that criteria tonight.
No. Still
Maybe
short.
that's why we got to get back to. That's what we need to do to offer my singing, and that'll get us to the number we need.
Is that it, huh?
That might be it.
I mean, if that's what it is, I'm willing to sacrifice. But
All right, George is the king of the jungle, baby. 10 clicks. He's got the Manning helmet, which, as great as the Larry Fitz is, I'm going to go Manning as my hit of the show. George, let us know what number you want to start on, sir. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1 for your wheel spin here.
the best hit's not even on the desk. Where's Brian Dawkins?
Eliminated.
That's some bull.
Eliminated. So if you got a lucky number, George, let me know. Otherwise, 1 it shall be here.
1 it shall be.
Yeah. Tony says we need Singing Meet the Rio Vinny back in here to swindle people's money for picking boxes. That was something.
What a time. I cannot believe people actually paid that man.
And we need cereal with milk, says Tony.
You always need that.
We do need that.
Gotta have it.
I'm not against the cereal with milk. I'm just saying both are good options, Colin.
No,
You got to keep your options open.
they're not.
All right, George, I'm starting you on 1, sir. Man, I can't get a break with this wheel lately. It's a low one, 18. But hey, it's for number 18, Peyton Manning.
I guess that's a good point.
It was meant to be. $18 gift card for George. All right, hit of the show, Colin. It's like choosing between your first and second child. I'm going Manning is number 1 for me. Larry Fitz number 2. What do you think?
Probably the same, yeah. I mean, the Hall of Fame inscription, too. The blue visor, it's nice.
I mean, it is as great as Fitz is. It is a quarterback. So I mean, it's Peyton Manning.
Yeah, we don't see Larry very often, though, which
Yeah.
is, it's nice to get him in the break room every now and then.
So we're going. I'm gonna say bronze medal. I like the hydros. I like
Derrick
the
is
speed
sick.
flexes. It's King Derrick Henry, Colin, for me. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
And then
We've seen this lid once already, but
Sometimes
It's still
this is the
amazing.
hit of the night. The custom Gronk.
it's the only non-speed flex.
If that's your 4th one, you're doing pretty good. We got Tony saying, you mean 18 for JJ?
Right.
William said that's soup. Manning for sure. Fitz 2. Henry 3. We're on the same page here, Colin.
I think we're all in agreement.
We're in agreement about all this fire here in the UA Live break room. So George says 18, number 18. It's not George's. It is George's. You got all of them. It's yours, George. You got the hit of the night tonight. This is one of my favorite hits we've ever had because I'm a huge Manning fan. Love the hydros, love the flexes. This is some excellent stuff here, Colin.
Absolutely.
In the break room tonight. So, by the way, Derrick Henry is going to be on Thursday Night Football next week. Derrick Henry and the Titans taking on T.J. Watt and the Steelers. So I'm seeing that promo for next week.
See a little something there.
Yeah, right? What a great night tonight, Colin. Very, very good night. A lot of great helmets. Took us a little bit to get going, but we got going in that Gridiron series. We sure did, Colin.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We did work. So, any final thoughts from you?
No, I'm glad we got through it. I've been wanting to see this series. Glad I got to be here for the Fitz. It was fun. Good job,
Yeah.
guys. Congrats.
So, congrats to everyone tonight. Thank you, Colin, for co-hosting, for producing, getting all the orders in, chatting, helping me out, doing a great job as the producer. Thank you to all the customers. I'll say this all the time. He says 18. He wanted to start on 18.
He's a little
You are a little bit late, George.
delayed.
But you know what, Colin? I'm feeling generous. I will spin this for him. But if it lands on less than 18, he's out of luck. I'm feeling generous today. You're good. We'll start on 18. I'm a nice guy, George. Your gift card amount is slightly higher. Let's do 24, so we can give him a $6 gift card, Colin. So $24 for George, but most importantly, the Peyton Manning. So thank you to the customers, the best customers in the business. You guys are great for making this a great show. It's 4 and 7 Monday through Friday Central Time, 2 and 7 on Saturday and Sunday. We'll see you guys right back here in the break room tomorrow at 4. You're a good man, Kamen. Thank you, Tony. I did start an 18, George, and you got a $24 gift card. Have a great night, guys.